Good evening to Gman Division 4C. We are back again, and wow, we've got a great show today. And guess what? I'm not by myself. I'm not flying solo this week. And in fact, it's not even just one. We've got two people. Yes, two people with us. So them like 40-minute shows you've been getting used to? Well, unfortunately, that's going to go right down the Swanee because we're going to probably have a 2-hour show because there's not one, not two, there's three of us. We have a guest on the show, and hopefully if we don't upset him too much, he'll come back sometime. We'll try our best. But yes, Hunter is back from his Indiana Jones camping trip wherever he went, searching for various things, including how to kill your teams. And we've also got, before we get on to it, we've also got one of the coaches from the league in Extreme, but we just call him Quiggy. So welcome, Quiggy, to the show, and hopefully won't upset you too much. And welcome, Mr. Hunter. About time you was back. People thought you'd left, or I'd upset you, or I'd kidnapped you and killed you, or sold you to some sort of a slaving company, or...
Don't worry, guys. I just needed some vacation from Bernie, so I went to the camping site just to relax a little bit from him. You know.
That's it. That will be fun.
That's about it. But first, the most important thing. Happy belated birthday, Bernie. 43.
Thanks, man. Love you too, bro. You got the age wrong though. You did mean 23, didn't you?
23.
Yeah, 23, 43. That's a lie.
Wait. You do sound younger than me in well,
there you go then.
I think. So that's a good thing.
There you go. That's good enough. I might look about 3 times at your age, but I sound all right, so that's good. We won't ask Quiggy because he's probably something like 18 and just depress me even more. So we won't ask his age. But
yeah, that's not.
Quiggy, man, what a start to the season, mate! Brilliant start. I mean, when we did the what was it, the preview? The preview. I mean, obviously, was looking at your stats tonight. It wasn't great, but hey, it is what it is. But this season, you and Cthulhu have had this rivalry going, and you've both been doing extremely well. And wow, what a start to the season. So congratulations, and you're up there.
Thank you.
In second place, and you're not even being beaten yet.
And this in a claw heavy division, like Chaos Dwarfs there, Chaos there. Skaven there, he's just in there. He's just in the top of the league. He's just gonna try to get into the playoffs. It's a good thing, It
is a good thing. We've said this before on shows, and you can look at statistics and look at records from seasons gone, but they don't matter. A lot of the times with private leagues, at the beginning, if you're smart and don't do what I do, just take your time and build your team up before you go in the high divisions, then you've got a more chance of getting success in the long term. Don't do what I did, and obviously, this season, all his hard work's paying off. He's just doing well. We don't talk about the Crocs much because it makes me sad.
Yeah.
And
not good.
It's not good. It's not good, and yeah, it's very sad times. But he does have a new Crocs, what we'll talk about later. But I don't think he saw the end games because he's named it after Thanos, and it's like, is he asking for someone to lose its head again? I don't know.
Hey man, I'll lose a game if I get rid of half their team. It's fine.
Yeah. Like you're thinking. But basically, the strength of your success is that I don't tip you. If I tip you this week, you just know you're going to lose. So it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, how many seasons have you played in Rebbl then?
I think this is my second season in Rebbl.
Right. Okay.
Trying to think. I don't know how quick they are very much. I've got 5 pages on here. 2018 June, so a year basically. I've been playing a year.
That's pretty good then.
That's quite a short time actually. So it's quite good that you're getting into the higher parts of the division. Actually,
yeah. I mean, what made you go Lizards then? When you was picking your team for Rebbl, what made you go Lizards?
So I moved to Nottingham across the country.
Yep.
And I knew one person who lived in Nottingham, and he said he played Blood Bowl, so I should play Blood Bowl.
Good man.
And I've got a Lizard army in Warhammer.
Ah, right. Yep.
So I cut their weapons off and made a Blood Bowl team out of it.
Fantastic.
Wow, nice.
Love it.
And then when I joined the online, because then I asked him how do I play Blood Bowl, he said he can't be bothered to show me how to play. Just buy Blood Bowl 2, do the campaign.
Oh god, not the campaign! Oh no.
So I did the campaign, bought the Lizard DLC,
fantastic,
and then played Lizard in everything that I've been on since.
everyone is shitting on the campaign, but like if I have someone new that is completely unfamiliar with Blood Bowl, I also point them to the campaign as well, because there are some fundamentals that the campaign.
I think it's very educational. I think it's very good
Yeah.
for learning how to play. It's not a campaign as such, like a game.
Hmm.
It's a tutorial. If you think of
Yeah.
it as tutorial, it's very good. If campaign, it's not like an actual campaign.
Nah, true.
No, I think, I mean, it's maybe because like I've God, how long have I played the game now? Maybe, but it's over 20 years I've played the game, so maybe I'm a bit more harsher on the tutorial thing. But I've seen a lot of people pick up bad habits from that, or they play in the campaign and think, oh well, I should be doing this, or they see what the computer does and copy it, and it's like, no, don't. But that's what I like about Rebbl is like they have a mentor thing as well, don't they? Where if you want a mentor, you can get one, and obviously they'll help you out and improve your gameplay apparently. So that's
Right.
that's a really good thing. I'm waiting to see Hunter become a mentor. I can't wait for
Oh
that.
no.
I think
No. I'm spending way too much time on community leagues and on
I
CCL
think you'd
itself,
I
so
think
it's-
you'd love it. I think you'd be like, oh yeah, just dive into that cage, man. Don't worry about it, mate. Just dive. You're in my league, so it don't matter if you die. You know.
Well, like it's not like I don't want to do it. Like maybe I want to do it, but like it's already quite time consuming to play in the multiple leagues and doing the recaps with you. So it's already I'm already spending a lot of time in Blood Bowl, and yeah, I'm kind of doubting if I want to spend any more into it. You know, like you gotta have your mental rest every
It's
now and
all
then.
consuming.
You've just had
Yeah.
2 weeks off in a camp. How much more do you want? God, I tell you.
And
You should,
I've been playing some Blood Bowl there.
I
actually.
know.
Like-
So you've really been. So basically, you just didn't want to see me for 2 weeks, little twat. Say how it is, man. You know, yeah. The happy birthday thing was just a ruse. It hates me really. See, you should do what I do. You should play on the PS4 and then just say, look, I'd love to be a mentor, but I play consoles and we can't play Blood Bowl. And like, yeah, you're alright, mate. And then you get away with it. It's great. It's just fantastic. You know, it doesn't matter if you win championships and you know you won more games than anybody else on the PS4. They don't still rate you, so it's great. I love it. You know, not bitter at all. But hey, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's a great story. That I mean, Nottingham, that's pretty cool. Robin Hood and all that stuff. So yeah, so basically you've just played lizards, had a really cool Crocs, and the Wood Elves killed it, and now we need to put a hit on it. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
definitely. The issue is, I don't even remember which one it was. It was a shitty little lineman.
God.
Let's have a look.
Name and shame that Larn elf.
I do need to find out.
If he's still
I think
alive.
I sort of repressed it a bit, so it was a good solid like minute of me just sort of not knowing what to do after that.
I was gutted when I saw it because I looked at the result and I was like, yes, that's a great result, you know, because Wood Elves are really hard to play against when you're lizards. And I was like really, really happy. And then I saw what had happened to your team. I was like, oh no, no.
I shouldn't bring it up, but last season I played MB Carmack, who was the Wood Elf team. I think he came second last in Gman 9.
Woo.
He beat me 5-0.
Oh,
So I was going into this like
yeah.
last one. So I was like, you know, in full, I'm not getting beaten 5-0 mode. On top of then I listened to the recap, you're like, oh, it's gonna be 3-0, 4-0. I was like, oh no. So I was like,
Wood Elves generally are horrible to play against. Like
For anyone.
Yeah, for anyone. Like if they're constantly avoiding hits, constantly like their whole playstyle revolves around it, and then just if you give the smallest gap, they can just maximize.
They can just
that
do
and
crazy
score a
stuff, can't they?
touchdown against you, and it's yeah. It's just one of the most annoying races there is.
But
I'm just looking at the rematch of that, the replay of that game. It's his turn 2,
right.
and I've got a KO'd skink, 2 injured skinks, and a dead Croxicle. And it's literally he's still moving stuff on turn 2.
Oh wow, that's terrible. So I mean, like I said, I mean when you got your 5-0 whooping though, shall we say, from the Wood Elves, did you learn anything from it?
Yes.
Yeah, and
Don't care about the tree.
Yes, that is. We was watching a cross-platform cup game last night. It was so funny because Hawker who was a very good player. He was on Team PS4, and he had this tree, and he's a wood elf, and he had about 3-4 dwarfs around it, chorfs, and and obviously the people streaming it were a Fumble team as well. And it was like, what has he got all these people around this tree for? This tree was on the 4 chorfs, and it's like it's so. And then they got it down on a red dot block. So it's like, yes, he needs a 4+ to get back up, and it just shot back up, and it was just like
you just get caught up in it.
You
You're
do.
Like,
I do the
I've
same.
wasted 5 blocks on it. I need to do the next one to make it worth it.
I look at that, right, let's get the tree down. If we knock it down, it probably won't get back up. And it bloody doesn't. Or you don't get it down, and then you've got like 4 or 5 players around the bloody tree.
Yeah, I think I had like 2 Saurus back. And I was like, I need to free those Saurus up. And the best way of doing that is put more Saurus around them, knock them down, then they can run away.
And he's got stand firm as well, so it's not like you can push him away.
I know. I think that one had block as well. I think it was a block one.
And I could just hear in the background Cthulhu going, "That's why you take Juggernaut to get that tree out of the way. That stand firm tree." He knows.
Right.
He knows what he's doing.
He's on the way till the thing takes root, and it's just all working around it. That's the only thing you got to do.
Yeah, I always, like I said, I obviously, even though I played the game for ages, I'm still learning myself, and I speak to people like Hawk, and they all say, if you're playing against Wood Elves, forget the tree, because a lot of the time you'll end up rooting itself anyway. So just leave it. If he wants to start chasing around with the tree, that means he's activating every turn, and then obviously, or if you really want to put someone on a tree, put something worthless on it and just tag it for the rest of the game. Don't start piling everything on it.
If he got to a Saurus, I would just leave the Saurus until the Saurus can run away. Only stand him up if there's someone nearby that you could chase, and I don't want him to.
Yeah. It's the best thing to do is just put something on there. I mean, I had a discussion about with a coach, and he was saying, "God, I'm going against Strength 6 Black Orc. What do I do? I'm worried." As I said, just put a crap piece on, and then you can deal with that for the rest of the game. So you just that's what I usually do with pieces like that.
And then if you give the Black Orc the 6 strength Black Orc break tackle, he can become a cage diver.
He can, but he hasn't got that yet. So hey, you deal with what he's got now. But yeah, it was a good that result. I remember that result, Quiggy. I was really, even though I said like the Wood Elves would smash her. You did really, really well, and I spoke to obviously Aprog after the game. I was like, "Man, what are you doing? You let me down." And he's like, "Oh yeah, well, I thought I had it won." And then on the second half, you came back and did really well. So he made sure when he played the other Lizards that he was on the ball, and he probably learned from his mistakes, maybe. But it's great, 3-2-0, man. I mean, that is an impressive turnaround. And we'll have a look at your team as we go along. Let's get to the schedule though. And we're going to start off with Knuffles Yellowhorns versus Marginal Annoyance. And I'm very proud because I do believe someone predicted this would end 1-1 or something like that. Oh, that would be me then. Oh, bloody marvellous. So I got this one right.
You got one right.
I got one right, so I'm trying to make out that I'm really good now because the rest, it goes pretty bad after this. Have you played any of these two teams, Quiggy?
Marginal Annoyances, are they elves?
No, they're the
they
rats.
Sound familiar.
They're the rats with the really cool 2-kick players.
No, I haven't. They just sound familiar because I've been watching the recaps, probably.
I must admit, when I see Marginal Annoyances, my brain says, "Oh, it's them elves again," and I'm like, "No, it's rats." I always think they're elves. I don't know why.
Yeah, I was really sure they were elves. I don't know if there's something similar. Marginal Annoyances.
I don't know. I don't think there is. I just think they're bloody elves, and they're not.
Elves are marginally annoying, I guess.
Very annoying.
I kind of want to say one thing about the game in general, because we've seen this before with Marginal Annoyances, haven't we? Like they get injured, like they get bashed to shit, but they still get some kind of result out of it, like a win or a draw, and it happened again. Like they got 35 blocks against them and 4 KOs, 4 injuries. So their team has been quite demolished, during the game. But they got something out of it. They got the draw out of it, and they
I always have a soft spot for coaches who find a way to get a result even when things go wrong. I've said it in shows before. Obviously, I really like the way he does this. And again, it's another solid draw, and he's got that good old Wasper we like. Sadly, he hasn't got 2 kickers anymore. What's a shame. And I know you'll be devastated about that.
No, he can't trigger me anymore. That's perfect.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I think he's proven that he's right because he had I think he had a game where he lost a kicker and then his other one missed next game, so he ended up with no kicker for one game. So
as a veteran Skaven coach, I'm inspired. Now next team I'm gonna make, I'm just gonna get all the linemen kick.
I think you should.
First level up.
I remember someone got kicked because he thought it helped with fouling, and I was like, yeah, I could understand why you would think that, but no, it doesn't. He was devastated. He was like, oh, look, I've got this guy. He's got better play. He's got kick. Boom, I'm going to kick the shit out of this team, and I had to tell him kick was for kicking the ball. He was devastated.
I've seen people think this about Mighty Blow as well.
What for fouling with?
Well,
But yeah, I've got it confused with Dirty Player.
Yeah, that's excellent. I suppose you could punch him in the face when they're on the floor. I get that.
Well, I can understand the confusion because with a foul you might kick him in the balls as well. So that's where kick comes in, Like I can see the confusion for a rookie coach. So yeah.
Or the Amazon lady might blow him on the floor. I can totally get that as well.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Better than a brew babe, I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, I like I say, you learn through all this, don't you? I mean, the first ever when the Champion Ladder first ever started, obviously I was on the PS4, and it was the first ever game, and I drew up against the best player, the favourite to win the whole thing. Is a brilliant Wood Elf coach, and I was dwarfs, and I took him to overtime, and I could have scored to win the game. And there was this one Wood Elf left to the side of me, and he was bugging me. So with the ball carrier, I just took a detour and just tried to kick the crap out of this guy instead of scoring. Because I thought, yeah, I do not hate this story before, Ned. That's what they call me 1025. So if you can imagine, I've got about 8-9 dwarfs. I've got about 4 of them kicking the crap out of a prone tree, just kicking the shit out of him because, hey, there's not much more I can kick the shit out of. And he's got about 2 Wood Elves, and there's this Wood Elf, and he's just looking at me, and I'm just thinking, I don't like the way he's looking at me, so we all pile this guy. So I take a massive detour instead of just winning the game. Who needs to win? We can win any time. And I beat the crap out of him. And that was my turn 23. And then he red died and pushed me away. And then he starts running away from me. I'm like, that's a bit of an odd thing to do. What are you running away for? You're supposed to be stopping me. And then I was like, what if there's only 24 turns? So when I moved, I was 1 square away from the end zone. So my 10-24, I've got 8 players on the pitch. He's got maybe 2 people, and they're all splattered. And it goes to penalties, because I thought it was until someone scored. I had the re-roll advantage, but I still lost to a tree kicking the tree kicked the winning field goal and knocked me out. So it was a tree that knocked me out.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
You gotta imagine, like, this was CCL playoffs, right, Bernie?
It was the first ever game.
This was with money on the line, like.
No, there wasn't money in the first season, but my whole point was don't do anything stupid. It was so funny, and that's how Bernie Buffon, the name was thinking, because everyone heard about it. And you like say you make mistakes. I had this poor little fat dwarf, and he was just stood there on turn 24 with the ball going, I want to score, but I can't because it's the end of the game. And like these little dwarfs trying to kick these balls over this big massive field goal. Obviously we're not very good, we're very short. And then this big fuck off tree, whatever, 10 foot tall, just bumped it over and knocked us out. And it was so funny. We had a lot of fluff and stories done over it, and that's why it was called the 10-25 Buffon and stuff like that. And for the first few seasons, people were like, oh, shall we do a Buffon and all that, and it was a lot of good fun. I'll never make that mistake again. And you like say, you just learn from mistakes, and I say we all make them, but you usually can have a laugh about them. And that was the first ever game on the PS4. But nice. Seasons later, my dwarfs came back and won the championship, so we got our revenge eventually. But yeah, it was good fun. I mean, like I said, everyone makes mistakes. I'd never played an overtime game in my life, and I always laugh about it. This little fat dwarf, little runner, thinking he's all that, could score and win the game. Everyone's cheering. Everyone said the game's over because it was streamed as well. So they're all saying,
Oh, of course it was.
Benny's won it. And then they're like, where's he going? You see this little fan dwarf take a massive detour. And it's trying, and we never knocked it down either, what was so disappointing. But anyway, there you go. That's a little story for you. But yeah, going back to this. Michael Loinses, yeah, they've only got the one kicker now.
You can see he's taking a little detour from his recaps as well. Sometimes.
I know it's going. I live in the past. I have to
It's
go
not even
back.
an elf in this game.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I'm at that age now, guys. I mean, obviously I'm 43. I've got to live. I might not be here tomorrow, so I've got to think of all the good things, haven't I? You just got to humour the old guy. But regarding this game, I mean, like I said, I've liked both these teams. I really like the annoyances because they're just so annoying. They never seem to bloody lose. They always find a way to get a result, and I love that. But yeah, the Knuckles Yellowhorn, give him a bit of a beating. 4 Ks, 4 injuries, 1 kill. Don't like that. Or 35 blocks. Happy days. But like you said, the annoyances get it done. How many XP we got? 10, 12, 16 XP for Yellowhorn, so they'll be happy with that, and 10 for Mine would have liked a bit more, but good old Waspy got another 3, so happy days for him. I've got a feeling he's going to die this week. That's
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Well, with your tipping, you'll be alive as ever.
Exactly. Now you're learning. Now you're learning. If I say something about that, you're usually happy. You're not like bricking it, thinking, "Oh my god."
One thing to notice.
I think because Moise said that he's gonna make like 4 injuries next game and be MVP and be all fine, like 13 SPP, something like that.
For the marginal annoyances, click on their MVP.
MVP. Oh, wait up. Let me go back. Oh, God, you know what? Here we go. Go to result league. Oh yeah, the learner. It's got to look that up. That's great.
Devastating.
See, that's why we have Quiggy in there, because we were just testing him, won't we, Hunter? We were just testing him to see if he picked that up. That was a learner. We got the MVP. Yeah, he passed his test.
Well, it's a good thing you noticed, because you normally, like, if you get an MVP on a loner like that, you would buy the loner, because like 5 SPP for free.
But he's AV6, so that's never going to happen, is it?
Yeah, he got injured as well.
Do it. So this is 5 SPP gone to waste. It could have been on a dead player, and it would have been the same result, sadly. So yeah, that's a bit unlucky.
Yeah, right.
All I gotta say about it.
So Hunter's back. What means only one thing: the highlight reel's back. Where yes, Hunter goes about ripping your coaching ability together.
I kind of want to do it a little bit different today, seeing as we have Quiggy here. Or
he's gonna bury him then. So we're doing it differently. We're gonna bury him instead. Right, guys. So I'm only messing. We try and do our best, don't we? So let's go into the replay. Everyone ready to click onto the replay? Let's go and have a look at this wonderful game. What Quiggy won. I'm sure I backed him to win. Honest, I think that must be a misprint. I'm sure I didn't tip him to lose 2-0.
I kind of want to let Quiggy lead us through this a little bit as well, because it was his match, of course, and it's better for us doing the most of talk about it to have him commentate it on it as well.
Yeah.
So
sure.
I'm just loading up at the moment. But
yeah,
I mean,
mine's loading up at the moment.
Yeah, my computer is freezing, so it's
oh god, I can't get the stuff.
I'm
gonna pause it when I get to. Where we go.
This is the thing. Bernie's not paying me enough, so I can afford a proper PC. I gotta do it on this potato PC here. And
well, hey, but you get free holidays to go and camp out and all that. So hey. What more do you want?
Yeah.
So I'm just having a look now. So Quiggy's obviously doing his defense. So let's talk about your defense first of all. How your defense set up? Why did you set up like you did?
Sources all the way across.
Yeah.
Is there need for discussion for that?
No. It's logical in my opinion. Like
they're all. He doesn't have any guards. Oh, he's got one guard. He's got one guard. So I think my original plan was just sources everywhere, but it looks like I'm not doing that actually. I said that.
No, but the setup you guys made, like 3 Sauruses in the middle, and him avoiding the whole line of scrimmage actually, or just getting 1 block on the line of scrimmage. I don't know exactly how he set it up, but he was avoiding most of it. It's a typical elf versus Lissaman game, isn't it? Like he doesn't have enough power to get through your line of scrimmage, so he has to go around it and try to get to your skinks. And that turn was perfectly normal for me, like in my experience. I don't know.
I think I regretted my setup. I think I should have. I think later on maybe I spread the Saurus out across the whole way.
You
I
do,
think it worked out all right because he doesn't have the strength to punch through because he's only got one guard. He's got like 5 loners or something. He's got 4 loners.
Yeah.
I kind of want to point out as well, though, the home field enhancement there.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it yet with the Pro Elves, but having this kind of enhancement doesn't really work out for the elves, does it?
Get the ref.
The
That's never good.
Astro-Granite,
Alright,
the
okay.
Astro-Granite field just does more damage for the elves. So I don't really understand the Astro-Granite field. Maybe the Pro Elf coach can explain that one. But yeah, I would have gone for something different, like Squiggy, or like the complete opposite, the elf field, you know.
Yeah, I mean, when I brought this thing up before on my shows, obviously Pro Elves aren't the slowest. People seem to think that that they don't need to GFI that often. But I think, I must admit, to me personally, it is dicing with Death Fury V7 already. You know, you don't want to be failing GFIs and killing yourself.
Yeah, but and also, like, you're not, when you're playing elves, you're not really playing on attrition. Like, you're playing on ball play, and you're kind of trying to outplay your opponent. With Skaven, it's kind of different because you also try to outplay your opponent a little bit, but you also have claw and mighty blow and that kind of thing. So you do bring some attrition into the game. With elves in general, that's way more difficult to do. So you kind of pick a field for it that helps, that makes sure your player stays on the pitch, and this isn't helping. But that's my opinion. Like,
I wouldn't have took this pitch unless, but some people take because they think it just looks awesome. So that's fair dues, you know.
Yeah, I mean, with all those loners, you might just thinking, I'm not going to make them GFI because I can't re-roll them. So I could sort of not to do GFIs or not give a shit if they die because they're loners.
Yeah, I liked your the thing where you went straight for the agility 6 piece, because obviously it's got no protection, and obviously you got your mighty blow piece. I really like that. I like that move from you.
Okay,
I went into it thinking I was going to kill him every turn, basically.
I started up the game again. Where are we?
Oh, we're on 10-2, and the Pro Elves have just smashed his skink in the face. So that's where I'm at.
Right.
And he knocked out Tepfleet the third.
Yeah. And
Poor Tepfleet the third.
You could see here going for the bit of an early score for the Pro Elves. At least they're pursuing that. I don't know if I would have done that, or go for
I had
I'm
trying to remember which one of the shows last week. I was talking about possession with these faster, or these teams that can score quicker. And I see a lot of like rat coaches and elf coaches score really, really quick, and then they're on the back foot for most of the rest of the game. I didn't like I just didn't like anything about the way the elves went about this, if I'm being brutally honest. I mean, he got away with a loner reroll there.
For the dodge.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't protect it. He didn't protect the ball. I am surprised what Quiggy does here, because I mean, I'll be honest. I was skipping through this, so I may be wrong, but I thought there's a shot on the ball here, and then when he doesn't make the shot on the ball, I'm like, have I missed something here?
The Saurus.
No, I had it with a skink. I had a 2-die with a skink.
Maybe he was thinking like, I'm not gonna break my neck for this. If I risk this, I might injure one of my skinks, and
I was thinking, like, if he does score really quickly, I'm not that bothered because I'll be able to score back. Yeah. And I was just like, I'm just going to kill elves for the first half.
That's the impression I got. You just wanted to kill elves, and when I looked at the statistics at the game, I was like, oh my god, how on earth has he got I think I've got over 60 hits, and I was like, how did you manage that? That was impressive.
Yeah, I think every turn, every Saurus base someone, and one of the mighty blow ones blitz someone.
Yeah.
And it's also important to note that he induced the bribe, and a bait, but mainly the bribe signals what the plan was.
The bribe he got from kickoff. The bribe he got from kickoff.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I missed. But that's even better than even with the whole. Okay, let's smash someone else in. This is just gonna mean more attrition being that he can just foul more and just be more aggressive and so on. So
Mm.
it's
I got my
it's
loner skink for that as well.
Yeah,
yeah,
I noticed you
definitely.
fell with your learner skink. What was good. But yeah,
But like here,
he goes and scores. That's where I'm
yeah.
up to now. I mean, do you want me to pause while I catch up, or?
No, it's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm at around the same area. So he scores, and yeah, the lizardman can actually have full control about what happens next in the half. So I'm at turn 3 now, basically.
Yeah, I'm watching setup now.
I'm watching the setup. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I mean, the only thing what I was concerned with Quiggy was his lack of protecting the ball in this game. I thought he left too many shots on the ball, or it gave potential chance of hitting. But
I think like what he did, like going forward early and going with the line with the skinks. So he put a. We will see that. We'll get to that point. But I think the approach would have been like, okay, I'm just going to score on turn 8 rather than scoring on turn 6. That's what I would have done personally. But he's getting rewarded by it, and we'll see that all later. He's getting rewarded for scoring a bit quicker than that. Could have worked out the other way, but it didn't. So it paid off for him, which is good.
So what's your plan now then, Quiggy? So he set up his defense. You're now setting up your offense. I mean, what was you thinking at this time? Anything particular, or?
I was thinking, yeah, so I got 6, like I said, 6 ends to score. I wasn't going to rush. I was just going to get probably like a skinky cage, following up with my guard source in case he gets into it.
Yeah.
And just kill some elves. Particularly, I was trying to target the Agi one.
Yeah.
Both the Agi ones and the piling on one.
Yeah.
And the guard one. Yeah, basically his non-loner elves I wanted to kill.
I liked the positioning here after this turn. Like he's smashing some things up, and then he positions really in a nice way where only the leap guy can really reach the ball carrier in the cage, and the other guys have to walk massively around to really get something out of it, like pick up the ball and get to a place where it can be safe. So it's really hard for the elves.
I've just paused it one slightly because I'm on the keeper side. So he got perfect defense, and he's put 3 elves marking 2 lizards. To me, I would have put one of those on another lizard. I would have been. I would have definitely at least covered 3 of those lizards up. I think just so it's harder for him to get away because already learners, aren't they? And none of them had mighty blow. But
I'm getting to this point now where he just sets up on the right side. If you look at the lizard side, are you looking from the lizard side?
I am, but I can put it to lizard side.
I'm looking at lizard side.
We're looking at lizard side. He's putting up on the right side, and it's really hard for the elves to get someone in other than the leaper. Like he's gonna have real trouble getting through.
That's why I put the guard guy in there. I'd like to put guards in the cage that if they do leap in, they can't turn everyone off. But
also the side lizards have the side sauruses, the one with tackle, has a function that they can't really get around it and get behind you. So it's really nice to have that.
How do I change sides again on the PC?
Switch view.
Switch view.
Below.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
You're really getting old, Bernie.
I am, mate. I am. I ain't done this for ages. I only do these when you're with me, so I can blame you for it.
That's what old people do.
Yeah, exactly. So, absolutely. Back in my day, we would never done this. The concern. I mean, he puts the cage in. The only concern I would have had is, look, I've got a strengthful leaper there. I'd have tried to get. Well, I suppose it would really matter how much guard you had in there. To be fair, would it?
He's going to go for the leap and sack, but the other players can't really get to the ball if that happens. So I think the positioning here from the lizards is good. So he does sack the ball, and then the 6 edgy guy fails to pick up or falls on his face actually. So it's getting better and better for the lizards basically.
Yeah, I mean, there goes a dodge.
He failed quite a few dodges early.
Yeah. It's annoying, these 2 pluses, isn't it? When you're failing, they just burn through your reroll so quick. And then obviously,
he's failed 3 2 pluses so far.
Yeah.
This is one of the turns I really wanted to talk about. Like, I would have sticked a little bit more in the back and just
Before the
get them
foul.
behind the sounds before the well after the turn you do see the setup with the line of 3 skinks here, but it's still quite accessible for the elves, you know.
Yeah, I wasn't sure I could get just with 3 of them what I could have done. I could have pulled 2 of them back, but they still could have gone around the other side. I was thinking there, wherever they go, they're standing next to a diving tackle skink, so they're not going to get anywhere with the ball.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah.
that foul to me, if I was streaming this game, I'd be like, oh my god, what's he doing? Because, yes, you have a Brab, but the amount of times I've seen Brabs fail, and if you'd have been sent off there, they could have just took the ball off and gone, cheers, mate, we're off. Because they could have pushed that dive tackle all the way. Trust me, a dive tackle with no sidestep is quite easy to get rid of.
Partly true, but still with the bribe, I kind of like the full aggression. What I don't get here is like the pro elves moves in. They do sack the ball. I don't know if you guys are there yet.
No, I'm going for the where he's got a line of skinks. What's an interesting choice, because we see this a lot when they're like strength 3 and various other things, but I've never seen this often with strength 2. I don't know if he was feeling the pressure and thought he had to go forward or what. Because you must have known that was going to hit you. I would have.
Yeah, but like I wanted to sort of get him in the middle so I could surround him with the bigger lizards.
Right.
So what I don't get here, he does sack the ball, like the pro F team does sack the ball, and then he goes back to the ball with his plunge edgy thrower. I would have gone through the diving tackle there and gone with the 2 GFIs and tried to pick it up and pass it. Like, no matter how bad the odds are there, you're in a dire situation where your opponent is just really close to just picking up that ball and just going into a touchdown, you know? So
yeah, I mean, it's an odd one, isn't it? Because obviously you're AV7, and you don't want to lose a player.
No, but you gotta extend there. Like,
I see what you mean there.
Players left and right, and
I mean,
you gotta extend here.
Even if you'd have just done the 1 GFI, that would have been quite good. At least you'd have had something else on the another tackle zone round.
Yeah. But he was in a position here to just pick up the ball, pass to the Mighty Blow piling on guy.
Yeah, the thing is, it'd be at -3. I wouldn't have done it. That's crazy. -3 going for the ball. But you are agility 5, so it'd be 4+.
Yeah.
With a built-in reroll.
And dodge building reroll.
Yeah,
so
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know you would have gone for it, because that's how
I'm a crazy person, but I can imagine some people don't do it. But yeah, I'm a bit crazy, and I kind of like the progressive play style. So yeah, I would have done that. I wouldn't have gone for it.
I mean, I like how quick he's got himself out of this, though. It's really good the way he's done it.
Yeah.
What I was really happy with. He has a shot on the strength 4 guy. Yeah, why not? Might as well.
Gets a solid turn 5 score here as well. So yeah, well done.
Yeah, probably could have waited a bit longer, especially with for all 4 of his KOs wake up. I remember being annoyed about that.
But this turn, like the turn that's happening now, this is actually the key turn where it all goes wrong for the pro elves, because this is what they do here is a huge miscalculation actually.
See, this is to be interesting, because this is I was making tea for the family, and he had the ball. I came back and he hadn't got the ball, and I was like, what the hell happened? So I didn't see what happened, so I'm quite looking forward to seeing what happened.
You have these other buttons here on the lower side, Bernie, where you can scroll a little bit back. You know.
No, man, but I was busy. You know, I have a wife and 3 children to cook for. You know, I was doing chicken curry for anyone who was interested. And I was trying to watch this game, because, like I say, I thought, we'll talk to the guy. We'll put him through all this, and you're like, no, let's try and do it. So I had to actually revise something, the last minute while cooking tea, or dinner for the people who think I'm on about drinking tea.
So here they get a riot, so they both get a turn, which is well, maybe good for the elves. I don't know actually. Like, it's one more round of attrition, but other than that, not sure if it's a really good thing for the elves. But
gives them quite a while to try and score, I guess.
He moves in here, and one thing I find interesting is that he's going for your sidestep diving tackle guy, which if you want to go for a quick score and you don't want to risk anything, you got to take the loner here, the loner skink, and just run through there. Because if that isn't a down, then he's getting in all sorts of trouble, isn't it?
He is.
So
he
like,
is.
yeah. But okay. Anyway, he just moves back, and then he moves his players here that are screening the other Sauruses here. He just moves them to this side, and I don't know if he miscounted or anything. I think he miscounted, but this was just a huge error. Like this is Blood Bowl 101. Make sure you keep your thrower safe or your ball carrier safe and far away enough from the other players to reach. You know.
Oh god, one.
Oh, is this my Saurus just blitzes his ball carrier, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's not gone far enough back, has he? He's got all these Saurus going. We gotta kill that through it. Oh my,
So
that's
was,
an error.
When I saw this, I was like, okay, now the Pro Elves deserves to lose 100%. Like this is something so key. Like
maybe you forgot how quick Saurus are.
I have to add, like I love how you capitalize on it, because not only do you pick it up with the loner, you also decide to foul with it on the only player that can really reach and do something.
Well, that's what I thought. He was the only one who could get anywhere near it, so he needed to not wake up.
So I thought that was brilliant, to be honest. I don't know what Bernie will think about it.
Well, we've seen it before, haven't we? Where people get a break like this and then they don't capitalise on it. Where by the sounds of it, Quiggy does. Like I said, Quiggy played a very good game. Especially first half, I thought he played very well. Second half, as we'll see, we won't go through the full second half. I just want to go from 10-14. But you know, he played solid.
So here, I don't know if you're at that point, but here he picks up the ball with the loner and he just decides to foul.
I'm not there. I'm just about to come up to that now. He's going to pick it up with the loner and then foul through it. But he's got a grab still, hasn't he? So
yeah, and this is perfect. Like the way he does this is perfect, because the thrower can't do anything now anymore this turn.
Yeah.
And even if he comes back and sack it or miraculously sack it, he can make a turnaround pass. So it's perfect for the lizards here.
Yeah. And he's defended it well with them two Saurus and the skink there as well. It's a really good job Quiggy's done here, and it doesn't leave anything for the Pro Elf to do. There's nothing he can do. He opens with double skulls as well. What's a disaster?
We also have to add that this is of course due to the miscalculation of the Pro Elf. So it's not like something magical Quiggy did, but it's still a good capitalization of the situation. Like if an opponent makes a mistake like this, then you gotta capitalize like this, and that's what he did. It's perfect.
And then obviously the wonderful Strengthful Leaper comes in and just smashes him, and then picks the ball up. Well, why not? But yeah, I mean, it's fine margins games can be decided by, and he got himself in trouble because obviously he didn't count the squares right, or he thought he was safe and he wasn't. And obviously the
maybe he wanted to make me do some GFIs so that I could die to his pitch. Maybe that was his plan.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
What?
Second
but
level
you have armor
strats.
9, so like
it's not a good plan.
No.
But
there we go for the oh man, there's a reroll. I hate when that happens. You're like, oh my god, just get it down. Finally gets it down, and there's a little skinky going, I want that.
Yeah, it's annoying because I hate picking up the ball without a reroll because it just never seems to happen.
The amount of times I didn't pick it up with a reroll is bloody scary, but it's very frustrating when you have to waste rerolls on picking the ball up. But again, I mean, like I say, you've got it pretty much banged to right there. It's just a case of it. It's like, come on, just pick the ball up. All you need to do is pick this ball up, and we're gravy. We're happy. We've turned it round from being 1-0 to 2-1. And that's what you do.
And last two turns here is the thing I kind of talked about with the blitz on the sidestep diving tackle guy, because you see the Pro Elves actually needing a rush play now, because like, oh shit, they're 2-1 behind, everything is on fire, and you kind of see the meltdown of it happening right there, because he gets a little bit unlucky on the blitz there with the sidestepper, and then he decides to dodge away from it, and well.
Yeah, I mean that is basically it should have gone the other side. I think what he's done is he's zoned into, oh, that's a nice piece, I want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get it down. Bear in mind, this killer didn't have tackle either. And then he's obviously going to try and get out a diving tackle. I think he was going to try and surf that. Oh, he can't because he was sidestep, so no, that would have made no sense either.
No, you have to go. You definitely have to
Whereas
go.
if he'd gone the other side, he would have got through.
Side, yeah.
He would have got through. And this is why we say that when we do these sort of shows, it's not to have a go at people. It's just to show you things like that. We talked about obviously the school. It didn't move him far enough back and cost him a TD. But this probably cost him any chance of a TD because if it attacked down the learner side, his position would have been a lot better, and he'd have had a lot more threats.
This is the whole point. Like what I hear a lot from coaches in general is when they lose a game, it's like, okay, it's been a total dicing, this and that, and I've been totally unlucky. And if you dissect a game like this, you can see they weren't fully unlucky, but they also had some plays where they were quite questionable, And
the thing is,
if they learn from that, they actually improve and become better coaches.
And I think if you look at the second half, it wouldn't surprise me if Luck was like, you know what, I got diced, because second half he had a lot of things removed. But even when I look at stuff, I look at even if I think it's a dice, I say, right, let's have a look again. Was there anything I did what I should have done differently? And obviously in this game, his second half was rough, and he did some really nice moves, did Lucky. But the problem was the first half, that letting his throw get blitz, what really was his mistake. And then obviously going down the wrong flank. So he might be thinking, you know what, that's really unlucky I didn't get rid of the sidestepper.
And you see Quickie again capitalizing on the whole thing and fouling the piling on guy. Even if he doesn't get him injured or anything, it's still a capitalization of the mistake of the opponent. So
and this is maybe why Quiggie's done a lot better this season, because he's capitalizing on these areas. He's learning now. Look, if someone gives me
all mistakes.
Yeah, someone gives me a chance, then I'm gonna do it. And he knows that this my blow piece is only, I think, armor 6 as well. So he could really make a mess of the skink. So you really want to get him out if you can. If it costs you a skink, so be it. And it's good. The only thing I would say is, could he have scored? Was there a crazy play?
I think I could have scored if I'd set up better. I'd have to have done like a load of dodges instead of the foul, chucking the ball to one of the other skinks.
But you 2-1 up anyway. It's your drive, so I totally get why you'd foul, because you might even get caught on the foul as well. So I get it. And like I say, in this first half, when there's been an opportunity for you to capitalise, you've done really well and done it. Yeah. My only concern is, because I haven't seen a lot of your games, but in this game, and I know it's hard against like Elves and that, is your ball security, especially in the second half. I thought it was a bit. You made it a lot harder for yourself. And bearing in mind, he only had about 4 or 5 plays for a lot of it as well. But I thought first half, I know Hunter was very impressed with your performance. To balance it out, I thought Lucky he did very well in the second half. I think he was unlucky on some things. But I'm just going to quickly go, so it's not too long. I'm going to just go 10-14.
10-14.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
But it's like I already said, like, this is a quick footnote on the rest of the game, really, because like he played well during the whole game, and only this small bit where he overinvests a little bit for the serve actually makes it a bit of a game again. Yeah, it does.
I've just paused it here, so I've just started 10-14 of obviously Quiggie's turn, right? So obviously the ball's next to the loner, it's on the side, what's not great. Now obviously what he's going to do here is he's going to hit the sidestepper. So even if he gets sidestepper down, let's have a look. He's going to fall onto the ball, and he does. So he puts him onto the ball. He didn't knock him down. Ball goes down. Now, this is a bad scatter for the Lizards. And this is why I'm going to pause it now. Right. Me personally, we'll look at the ball spin about. Like hit the floor. Right. So now, me personally, Quiggy, the way I'm looking is, right, the ball's there. This is dangerous. There's 2 threats.
One sec. Before you tell me what to do, can I tell you what I should have done and see if it's right?
Go on, then.
The Mighty Blow dude.
Yep.
Near his wrestle dude.
Yep.
Blitz that wrestle dude.
Yep.
And then get the ball with the sidestep skink and go towards his line.
What I would have done, and you actually do something right. I would have gone and hit the tackle. Your tackle guy. I'd get rid of that loner first of all. I'd get him gone. Like, you would do that, right? Let's get rid of that. See, because if you didn't get him down, we'd have to decide. So we've got that down. So he's on the floor. So now we've got the 2 guys who you invest a lot of interest in, who are really no danger at all. on the side, and they're both side steppers. Although you can surf them, and you do surf one, it takes way too much. You're 2-1 up. And the only thing you should be looking at here is the wrestle piece. Now, you could use your Mighty Blow, and obviously you come in. I'm looking at I'm behind the Pro Elves at the moment, so I'll go to the Lizard, because you'll probably look at the Lizard. So you would want to go diagonal 1 and hit him. So if you don't get him down, it pushes it into the other Mighty Blow. I'm using the Mighty Blow block guy. Yeah. I'm not using the Brave Tackle guy. I'm using the Mighty Blow block guy, and I would hit him into there.
And then if it doesn't get knocked down,
then you with the Mighty Blow can do it as well. And what that would do then, it then frees up another 3 pieces. What's basically safe, and then you're not having to actually dodge, are they? Because you've cleared that piece. I'm just going to go and see what you do. What you do is you go with this guard piece and you put him there. I'm thinking, is he going to try and save this guy? Does he know it's sidestep? And if he does, he knows it's going to take a lot of... And obviously, Mighty Blow guy comes in, he's going to try and hit this guy.
And also added, like, if he gets the wrestle guy down, like, the other guys that are on the side can be completely locked in.
They can,
so they can't really dodge out or anything or do anything stupid.
And this is I would say this is crazy. I don't know what you would think, Hunter. So he's got him down, right? So he's now going to throw a block with the Learner Skink with no block. We know about 1 in Nans, and if this 1 in Nans is a 4+ for him to actually re-roll it. And the thing is, this guy is locked down. He ain't doing nothing. He's got no leap or nothing. If he causes a turn over here, this wrestle piece can go and get the ball. It can dodge this other, even this learner on the floor. He can dodge him out. And all of a sudden, this 2-1 or 3-1 goes into a 2-2.
This is why I said it could possibly be a game. As soon as I saw it, like I was like, okay, if he fails that, it's gonna be a game again, because that wrestle guy can do a lot and that loner guy can still do a lot.
So we've invested 5 players. Against 2 players, were a threat. So that now leaves him with the Brave Tackle guy and the Skink. Yeah. So he's got dodge on the 3+, and he's got to pick the ball up to make it safe. And then what he does then to make it even worse, I'm sorry to say this, is that the Brave Tackle guy goes and helps his mates. And really, you would have thought he would have been helping the Skink just in case something goes wrong. But obviously, our Quig he's fearless. He knows this ain't going to fail. Gets it, picks the ball up as well like a champ. And then I like this. He goes for try and run him away so the wrestle piece can't get him. So that is a good call.
And it's all in general. It seems like a bit of a minor thing, but like you said before, things like this can change a game. So you want to be absolutely 100% sure that you don't change a game like that. But it's okay. It's like.
Yeah, we say this because it's these are the sort of games what you should win, and you do win it. But these are the sort of games what you end up looking at the end, and you have a sleepless night and think, oh my god, how did I throw that game away? And it would have been, it would have been, and it's not just that; it actually costs you a TD because the thing here, if I just play it on, so your Saurus guy's gone to help take out obviously this loner down here. But now you're in a bit of a predicament. It's like, well, what am I going to do? Because I can't really blitz this wrestle piece because everything's out of position. There's, so basically you're going for that dodge again, and if you fail this dodge, then they're back in it. And he's only got 3 players on the pitch, and he's still got a good chance if you fail this 1 in Nan that he could get a. And it's just basically trying to be careful. Usually, like Hunter would have someone definitely there so he could have blitzed this, this wrestle piece off, but you didn't, so it comes down to...
he could have got a jammy little score because I didn't
because you'd have gone unlucky because of the 1 in Nan. But this is the thing what I was scratching my head. I had to double check to make sure I was looking at the right end zones because you go backwards. Now, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so you could have to me. I mean, Hunter might think differently. He's gone all the way backwards to his mates.
He could have like if he downs that wrestler and he locks those 2 up, it's free to get a touchdown.
But the chances are, if he'd have gone to put it near the end zone of the others, the ones who are going to score because it's miles away. Yeah. It's nowhere near where the ball comes out.
Maybe he saw the same thing as we saw, and he was being a little bit careful. I don't know, but like. Yeah, he did miss. In general, he did miss a touchdown, which is a bit of a shame. But it's
But what
okay.
I'm saying is though, he put himself back under pressure because by going back in,
Yeah.
and he couldn't protect the ball, he's now giving the ball to, and all of a sudden now I'm looking here, 10-16. Oh my God, the Pro Elves have got the ball. He just brilliantly here because he thinks, right, I've got to make sure I don't mess this up. I've got no rerolls. I've got to get 3 die on this ball.
But this is the tough thing about the game. Like sometimes it's really hard to keep thinking like, okay, think like we are thinking right now, and they say the toughest game is to win is to win a game that is already kind of won, because you kind of gotta keep that mind focus going on. Like, okay, this is important that I do this right, and some people just think like, okay, this is one, and I'm just gonna do these kind of things and not think about
I do have a bit
what's
of
gonna
like
happen here.
elf PTSD.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
They just seem to be able to just, no matter what, be able to, like, with like 1 or 2 people be able to, like, I'll run here, pick this up, throw it here, like 10 miles, grab it here, run here and score, like from any moment.
Yeah, I mean they do it to us all. I mean I can't stand Wood Elves and what they do. And like I said, I thought if I'm being honest, I felt sorry for the elves in the second half, because when I watched all and everything seemed to go against them, but he kept giving him a chance. And I thought, you know what, if there's any justice, the elves will score because you let him in, And I say this to everyone, even myself, so it's not against you, but it's one of those games where you had the game won, and just a few little things where overcommitting to 2 guys had no chance of stopping you. And then, like I say, it's just that really.
I can kind of say I hate the elf playstyle, but then I would be kind of a hypocrite, because my favorite race is something that kind of relies on that sort of style, with Skaven. You also play the quick turnaround things when you have the chance. So
yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, it's just little mistakes. The way I looked at it is there's a few errors from the elves in the first half, and you punish them. And he couldn't punish you because he just didn't have the numbers, I don't think. And obviously you got a good win. That's a big win, because Original Elves is another coach who's very hard. He always finds a way to get a draw. So that was a big win for you. And like I said, this season for you is really impressive. You've done, you can see by looking at some of the good stuff you've done there why you're up there. So and you like I say, you're learning all the time. You won't play the game that long either. So it's really good what you've done so far. And you're only going to get better. But what we try and pick out is we're not trying to, have a go at people, because I can show you stuff I make mistakes, and I'm sure Hunter can as well. He's just trying to help some of you where, we can look at it and say, if Original Elf saying, I got diced, I would agree in the second half. But if we break it down, look at the first half, it's, you've let him get a blitz there what he shouldn't have got, and then this and that, and you should have blitzed the loner side instead of the side step side, what caused the turnover. It's just little things like that where when you're playing the game you may forget, and it's just going back with a cool head and going back and say, well, actually, you know what, if I'd have done this or if I did that, then maybe I would have got a draw. Who knows?
But overall, like you said, I was impressed. I was impressed about his performance there. Overall, it was just a good game that he played, and he capitalized well on the.
He did, so, and and like I said, I was impressed with a lot of things the Original Elves did as well, and have been impressed with what they've done so far. So
I'm definitely looking forward to his next games as well.
The what? Sorry, Hunter.
Sorry, I think Quiggy talked.
He said that was his first loss. I'm just going to go back now and have a look, because he's hard to beat. And yeah, that was his first loss. Yeah. 1 win, 3 draws. So it's like I said, it's a big win. I mean, like I said, when we look at the outlets, what obviously you drew with, that's some big games. You found a way to beat a guy who's no one else has beaten, and you're the only guy to have actually stopped the outlets win streak. So if I'm you, I'm pretty happy with what's going on. And obviously you've learned from last season's 5-0 drubbing. I know it's a different coach, but we're also pretty similar. And you're learning. That's what I said. You going forward, and it'll be interesting to see when we talk about your game later on how we look when we look next week, if you can take on obviously a very scary team. But let's go on to the next. Let's go on to the rest of them before we go for a well record 3 hours. We'll all blame on Hunter. It's his highlight reel. Blame him, not me and Quiggy. Me and Quiggy, just blame Hunter. Mate, you're sneaky blinders. Your tip Hunter, man, they got beat 1-0, and I'm just going back to my.
To be fair, Quiggy, if you look at Sneaky Blinder's team, just look at his team, not at his record, purely what he has. Like, you would say that would be a top favorite team, right?
I mean, I don't know, goblins and stuff. Like, I don't know. Naturally I hate rats, so.
Well, we don't ask you to be a racist. Just if you look at the skills on the team and that kind of thing, like if you look,
he's got a lot of SVP on his Skaven. They are some scary rats. Like we've got Claw, Mighty Blow, Sure Hands, Block.
If you look at the thrower, that's like Red Oberwald right there. You know what I mean? Like 8 movement.
Agi 4 as well. Yeah, Sure Hands. He's just getting the ball from anywhere and running out of there.
Yeah. So like, in my opinion, like this should be one of the more favorable teams, and yet he can't really make use of it, and that's.
He's got a big chunky tentacle troll as well.
Yeah, you got all the tentacle. Got all the tentacle.
Like if you see that, like you would say, like, okay, this guy is going to be scary to play against.
Yeah.
I wish I could comment on our game that I won 1-0, but it wasn't a real game because he was on holiday.
Yeah. Well, take it how it comes. So this one I predicted the Dwarfs to win 2-0, so I almost got the score right. But that's 2 things I got correct this week. The curse is broken. The Dwarfs needed that win though. They'd been a bit frustrated, and I'm sure he's still frustrated with all the firepower he's got. He still needed 1 injury on something. It was a big piece he injured, and we'll go back to that later on. But hopefully that'll get the Dwarfs season up and running, because I think they had a. Is that so let me go back. There's 2 dwarf teams in 2 different divisions, and I can confuse them now. This is a different dwarf, so that's his second win. So he's on 7 points. So that's a good win for him, big win.
Yeah, definitely, and it's a pure best versus best game. And when you see these kind of matchups, you as SSK or as an Underworld coach, you kind of want to hope to get the claw in and get some players out.
I don't know. He's got 7 guard, 5 stand firm. It's going to be so hard to get any dice on him with like your lower strength.
Yeah. Well, I do play Underworld from time to time, so you gotta play around it a little bit with 2 heads on the goblins, and make sure you get them into a position where they actually are a free mark, and then you just hit away on stuff. With dwarves, it's a little bit harder to do so, but even versus dwarves, you can always find a lone dwarf that you can hit and just claw, mighty blow, piling on. And with the dwarves, like they don't really have a deep bench, do they? So like, if you can remove 1 or 2,
then the gaps appear.
You do get a bit of a numbers advantage on them.
But if you go into a game thinking of removing dwarfs, you're probably going to be disappointed.
Well, they're armor 7 if you have claw.
It depends what you've got.
I suppose.
If you've got the killing tools, then it's a bit. I mean, obviously I played dwarfs a lot, and the thing with dwarfs is you've got to be careful. If anybody wants to learn how to improve their positioning, play dwarfs, because you get positioning wrong with dwarfs, you'll just get burnt. Simple as that. But like I say, if you can get rid of a few dwarfs, then gaps will start to appear because they're not very quick. So he had that killy claw piece. What he could have done something, but like I say, it is what it was. I was pretty confident the dwarfs to get it done. They did get it done, and hopefully it can kick on from that. Now then, my good old team, Moist Owlets versus Sci-Fi Sarai, the other lizard team. Well, you know what? He discorded me and said, I didn't let you down this week, Bernie. We got it done this way. I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you. 3-2 win for the Owlets.
Well, Quickie got to be a little bit disappointed about Sci-Fi Sauri here, because like the Moist Owlets are the big rivals of Quickie now, right?
Well, I'm on 2 minds on this. I wanted Chihulu to win because I've known him from Gman 9. I speak to him on Discord quite a bit. It'd be quite nice for him to win or to do better. But on the other hand, it makes... Because Moist Owlets beat the other lizard team and didn't beat me, I can now sort of leverage that in a bit of like... It wasn't just the lizards, it was...
Yeah. What you're saying is your lizard the top dog. You got the best lizards, and then would else help to prove it.
Yes, basically.
So,
may have cost you your Crocs and your best skink, but it doesn't matter.
My best skink's fine. He's got an armor break, but he's fine.
Players can be
So Bernie,
replaced. Innit? Players can be replaced, but wins cannot. That is the saying.
Bernie, we gotta get Tula Collect on the show next week to reply on this statement here, because definitely gotta do that. You know, we gotta create some heat between the coaches.
It was also his first loss, I'd like to point out. So
Well, there you go, Tulu. If you listen to this, join the show next week, and we'll talk with you as well, and see what you think about Ekstrom here.
the issue is now, Hulu's going to go on an absolute spree with his new Juggernaut piece.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting that. Now question the thinking of this Juggernaut. It's going to be a worldly player, and I'm going to be like, yeah, that's about right. But I did say to him though, when I took diving tackle on my bull centaur, people were giving me grief for it, and like my bull centaur, I think's killed at least 1 or 2 people by people trying to dodge and failing with my diving tackle and killing themselves. So you know, it's a bit of a joke. A lot of my fellow Chorf colleagues look at me in disgust because I've got diving tackle on a bull centaur. But hey, you know, as long as he's happy and he knows what he's going to do with the piece, that's all what matters. But I just couldn't get it around me. Like I said, if you want too far away from Game Frenzy, I could understand it. But 100 XP is a bit long way away, unfortunately.
We'll
Well,
take a
he's
look
got
at
MVP in that last game. Was it his
His Croc's got it.
I don't know. His Juggernaut guy's got 5 SVP since then, so I've assumed
He must have done some good serious damage. I may have scored a TD. Isaac Asimov, that Croc score, he obviously was a bit tougher than yours. He lived through his, so he's still there.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not a logical thing to pick up Juggernaut with him, but like it has a little bit of value, I guess, if you go versus
the
versus
dwarves.
guys and you want to pitch them, you know?
Dwarves, it'd be brilliant against some dwarves. But again, you see, you've got a blitz to get activate Juggernauts. That's the thing, isn't it?
That's the thing.
It's very,
Like,
it's very situational, but I hope it works for him. But the Owlets got it done again, though. Let's keep with the Owlets. Let's have the love of the Owlets. They got it done again against a team like obviously Quiggy said, was undefeated. So Sci-Fi Saw said he's another one. It's still a great season what he's done so far. And you know, and like we said last week, or I said last week, this is a really bad matchup for Lizards. You know, these bloody Wood Elf War dancers just jump in, twonk the skink, and go off with the ball. So you know, if I'm Sci-Fi, if I'm Cthulhu, I wouldn't be worried about this. The majority of his team came back unscathed. It is what it is.
He got the 2 touchdowns. It wasn't like a trouncing.
No, it wasn't. It was like I say, it was a competitive game, and the good thing is he got a lot of XP as well. So you know, sometimes as long as you get the XP, nothing major. I mean, I think it was some minus something on one of his skinks, but apart from that, the rest came back.
It's the skink he's bought as well.
Oh, I feel for him because, like I said, you know,
it looks like a game that had a lot of fireworks in it. Definitely, like looking at the amount of blocks and looking at the amount of touchdowns there. It
seemed like a really good game, to be fair.
Yeah.
You know, but he got a lot of XP, and like I say, it's only his first loss. So I wouldn't be too worried. And like I said, I do believe the Owlets are a very, very good team, and you know, it
they
is
both
what
had
it is.
50% ball possession, like exactly 50% of the ball possession.
By the looks of it, he didn't do much wrong. He just the Wood Elves did what they do and got it done. So, like I said, I won't be too worried about it. Every game, I'm Nuffling. They got themselves a win. Nice. Really happy that they finally got themselves a win. You know what? I picked them to win as well. Bloody Nora. I had them down to win 2-1, but they won 1-0. Jolly good. 26 armor breaks.
Hold on a second. Am I the only one finding it funny that the team name is Thank You Parents and the stadium name is Accident? Like,
I didn't see that. You know what? Typical you to pick that up. No comment. I'm not even going to look at it.
That's brilliant, isn't it? Like, wow.
He must feel so loved. I don't know. What does the R stand for? We need to know what the R stands for in brackets. Does anyone have a crack at what that means? Oh, Reddit. Probably. I was hoping you two could have come up with something funny. You know, I don't know what another R would be, but you know, it could have been something good there.
Rit condom.
I don't know.
Could be that.
I don't know, but he's
like,
probably Quiggy's probably right. He's probably right with Reddit. I don't know. It's too intelligent, this lad. It's too intelligent. I mean, he doesn't like rats though, so we can have him on again. If he doesn't like rats, that's cool.
That's just me RP and.
I love the team name and I love the stadium. Just wanted to say that.
See, I like the every game I'm muffling because it's. I just feel like I've got to do a jingle every time I say it. But I'm glad he got himself a win. 40 blocks, 7 KOs, 1 injury, good times. But the thank you parents, they injured 4 players as well, so they did all right. I love the names on the thank you parents; they're really good. Dr. Yu, Sue hates you.
It's funny to say it, but like, yeah, despite the injuries on both sides, I think the Skaven outbest the Dark Elves a little bit here, because if you look at the amounts of blocks that the Skaven got, like the chaos probably happened early on or something, and then the Dark Elves clinched in some injuries, but like I think the Skaven had it under control.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'm glad he's got himself a win. Thank you, parents, still waiting for their first win, so hopefully they'll get it sooner rather than later. But yeah, well played to the Rats. Bone Fighters, boo. The Nasty Ogres versus Tabartellers, who obviously we know from our first season. And they got it done. The Tabartellers got it done. And I don't want to sound like a broken record here, gents, but I had the Tabartellers to win this 1-0.
You've done well.
You know, I've done well this week, haven't I? I should have put the lottery on. It won't last. But they really kicked ass this week. I mean, they got 3 injuries, and then 3 injuries, 2 of them were to Ogres. What's crazy?
Definitely.
They got a lot of
versus the Ogres as well. Like if you think about how developed the Ogres are, I was actually expecting them to keep on winning, you know. But yeah, JPK she did well.
They had their agility 3 ogre missing this game, what I think was quite big. For the bonfire boos.
That's going to be a factor definitely in this game.
But as we'll see soon, I've got some key players missing next week. But Tabartellers, we've seen what he does. He starts off slowly and then boom, he's there near the end. Another impressive
performance.
A lot of
passes for like experience. I don't know if that meant.
He likes to get his XP, and if it's safe to throw, he'll do it. And like I say, a lot of the time, it's like coaches are much smarter than me. They're like, you know, if I drop a few points to him, as long as I get my team, you know, level up quicker, and that's what he basically does, and he's worked out well for him, hasn't it?
They definitely did a good job, and we've been playing in the same division as Tabartellers in first season.
Mm-hmm.
So like, we kind of know how they play.
Very good coach. Very good coach.
It's a good coach, and we will definitely see them rising up towards the higher spots.
And he got 18 XP as well, so good day at the office for the Dark Elves. And finally, oh yes, he messaged me and said, Bernie, I think you cursed me. I said Iron Madden would win this. They'll crush the Chorfs. And yeah, they lost 2-0. Although, you know what? They did do 7 injuries, so technically they did crush them, sort of. It's a funny one, isn't it? Because he's got all that killing power.
He just didn't pick up the ball.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
What happened in that match?
I didn't see it. I'll be honest. But
like if you're playing well, like these are chores, so they do have some mobility, so like they can actually get in there and score quickly when needed. But like if you're outbest like this, you shouldn't win 2-0, right?
Yeah, you shouldn't. But I didn't see the game. I do know, like, what did he say? I can't really go into it.
Oh, he failed 5 out of 6 wild animal roll. Well, that's what I'll say.
I'm just thinking, could he not pick the ball up?
He failed it 8 times picking up the ball out of 10.
That's it. Yeah, I had a conversation with because we you know, as old men do, we had a talk about back in the day when I tried to pick the ball up for full half against Skaven and I couldn't, and he had the same problem. Every time I tried to pick the ball up, he just couldn't, and they just said chase for the ball, mate, and they scored. It's one of the most frustrating things, isn't it, when you can't pick the ball up. And it cost you the game, and that's basically what he said. He said, "Look, I'm breaking them, but I just couldn't pick the ball up."
That's how I won like 2 or 3 weeks ago in a Rebbl match. Like I was really short on Skaven players. Like it was 3 versus 11 at some point versus Chores. But the only problem for the Chores was it was raining. And they couldn't do anything. They couldn't pick up the ball and anything. I was just dropping by with my 5 edgy gutter runner saying hi and then just picking up the ball and scoring. Like no problem. So like it's really annoying when that happens for a Bessie team.
It was a big win for the Conquerors Rangers, but I know they got a lot of XP out of the game, so it wasn't terrible. 21 points, nicely spread about, so all good there.
I'm not happy with that. I wanted him to just lose anyone he's got with Claw, but
yeah, that's it. Especially when you go against kill teams, you're hoping that they get a few missing next game for your game, and most of the time they don't lose anything, and you're like, oh yeah, cheers, thanks for that. But there you go. So that is the results, and if we look at the table, my tip, good old Moist Owlets, they're still there, 4 wins and a draw. But obviously, Quick is right behind him with 3 wins and 2 draws, so it's really close. And then we've got Conker's Revenge in 3rd, the second best Lizardman team, if you believe, Quiggy in 4th. And I'd be a bit concerned with them Tabartellas. We know how strongly he finishes his leagues. So they're dangerous in 5th. But as I said, there's still a lot of teams in there. And it'd be interesting to see what happens.
Let me ask Quiggy right here. Like, what are the teams that you're still worrying about in your next matchups? Like, what are the teams where you're afraid about losing against?
I was looking at the league the other day. Out of the top 4, well, I've played all the rest of the top 4.
Yeah.
So in theory, of playing the teams that are doing well, I've played all the teams that are doing well.
So that's huge.
That should be good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah.
Dark Elves. I'm not really Dark Elves. I hate Witch Elves, but I'll just foul them into the dirt.
Yeah.
Same plan with the Pro Elves.
Iron Maiden will not be a fun game.
No, it won't be.
Regular Dwarfs is good, fine for Lizards because I can outbash them and out-skink them, hopefully. The Chaos, Nuffles, Yellow Horns. His team's a bit scary.
Yeah. I always think they're up and down like a yo-yo. The Nuffle Yellow Horns.
You definitely hope to avoid permanence against them at least, and then just make it easier for you to develop. Because that's a part of it as well, of course. You gotta try and make the playoffs, of course. But if you make the playoffs, you actually need to have a team as well that can compete a little bit, you know. So that's the big question there. But, like, will your players survive there? And hopefully they do.
Yeah, I've got 3 bashy teams in a row now. Is the issue? I'm playing against Iron Maiden, Ogres, and then Nuffles. Is it Nuffles? Yeah, every day I'm Nuffling.
Yeah.
So I've got the bashy team, 3 in a row, bashy teams.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he's Skaven. I've got him and Nuffles Yellow Horns.
But I think he's got a claw piece, though, hasn't he? So that could be dangerous.
They can be a little bit annoying on that part.
He's got Mighty Blow, Paladin on Claw, Frenzy Tackle. So he's going to murder whoever I put near him.
Yeah.
87 though. So.
Right then, let's get on to the teams then. Nuffle Yellow Horns. Bit of interest in this one. Number 11, who's not there anymore, Tynagor, he's dead, Jim. I think he was just a normal rat, to be honest, so who cares? Number 2, did he get I better look at them. You know what? Just ignore me.
Nuffles Yellow Horns not got any rats.
I know. I'm looking at Nuffle Yellow Horns when I should be looking at them. I should be looking at.
Quiggy, don't try to correct him. It's the age thing. It's
since I've turned 43, isn't it? It's because you usually do this part. I'm blaming you, like an old man would. Yes. So let's go back and start again. Obviously, I'm a dinosaur. I ain't doing this. I don't care. Let's go back then. So, spoiler alert. Chaos lost someone. Every game, I'm Nuffling then. But, you know what? I was right in a way, because number 16, Sluck, was a level 1 Lana. He's dead, Jim. He's gone. Number 15, I can't pronounce his name, Lilith or something. He was a level 1 Lana. He had -1 movement, and I sacked him as well.
Yeah.
So he lost 2, and he didn't level anybody. But a team what's got 2 movement, 10 gutter runners, and some firepower like he has a chance to win any game, I think. Don't know about you two.
If he can keep the one turner alive and safe, he's definitely always got a chance. It's that simple, really, with Skaven. Like that's the whole annoying thing with them. Like you can best their whole team to pieces. If they have 2 gutters left on the team, they can still win a game or draw a game. Yeah. So it's like, never count them out.
Yeah. Anything you want to say about this team, Quiggy?
Yeah, I mean, gutter runners are just irritating, aren't they? Like movement 13 on that sprint one with sure hands, you could just run anywhere, grab a ball, and run out.
Yeah, and you can just point and click and score.
Even if you've got 2 people on the ball, he's still picking it up on a 4 with a reroll and getting out of there. Or 2s.
It's the rats. Can't stand them. They all deserve to die.
Can almost just end of your turn,
Hey.
click on gutter runner, click on ball, click where you want to go, and just probably do it.
Yeah, I mean it's a good team, and like I say, he's got a big he got a big win this week, and hopefully, sometimes when you're trying to get a win and you get one, then all of a sudden it's like buses. You're waiting for one, but then two come at once.
Yeah, the 2 strength plus linemen are pretty nice as well.
Yeah, I'm still thinking, do I like that or not? Because that's a lot of TV. That's 100 TV on 2 Lanos.
It's basically 2 Saurus though.
Yeah, with AV7.
Actually 3. So 2 Saurus who can pick up the ball and dodge.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, honey? You're our rat king. What do you like the strength on them liners?
Yeah, I wouldn't turn down a strength on him. And especially now that they have block, they bring some extra value because, like you say, like their armor 7 will try to get them down first. They have that extra protection with the block going on. And they can be vital at some situations where they normally get 1 dice on the ball carrier. You can get 2 dice on the ball carrier in certain situations. So it's something I'd like to have, especially on a team that doesn't really carry a lot of guard in the game. Like Stormvermers generally go into a kill build, so they don't really get guard that quickly. One of them has it there, but like it's pretty rare to have guard on a Skaven team.
Yeah.
So you need all the strength you can get.
Yeah.
And also, they've got enough people who are going to be targets anyway. You're not going to target the AV7 strength 4 people when you've got gutter runners to kill, stormvermin to kill.
Yeah.
They're not going to be targeted down.
Well, depends. They are because they have to protect the gutter runners and the stormvermin. But the situation as it is, it's going to make them harder to get them down anyway. So it gives some extra value back for the bloat it gives. Would think differently with an edgy up or something else like that, because then it's pure bloat. But in this situation, it's not that bad.
Right. Okay. Right. Let's go to Sci-Fi Saurai then. Yeah, frustrating week for them. They lost, obviously, but number 1, he got a devastating -1 AV. So he's only movement 6 now. That's AV6. That's his movement 9 skink as well. That's a big blow for him, unfortunately.
1 SVP away from level as well. So
he's the world's fastest halfling.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
AV6
and Stunty.
There you go. I'm sure that's just what he wanted to hear. You got the fastest halfling. The
world's fastest halfling.
No level ups this week, unfortunately for him. It's still a nice team though. He's got plenty of guard in there. Nice break tackle, mighty blow there as well.
Needs more dodge on his Saurus.
Yeah. It's not a bad team still, and he's doing well. And like I said, he gave the One Elves a right good go, didn't he? So he's still in form. His team's in form. And hopefully, he'll be back on the winning trail sooner rather than later.
He's quite hard to beat. Like I've played him twice now. Both times he's been very hard to do anything against.
Yeah.
It's
if you look at this. I mean, this is another team. Before coming into this division here, he didn't have a great record. But again, he's done the same as you. He's obviously learned as he's gone along, and he's put up an amazing, run of. Results. Obviously, you 2 guys drew. He then beat Thank You Parents. He then beat Every Game I'm Nuffling. Good draw against the Ogres. Good scrap against the Owlets. So, he's doing really well. This is what I like to see, is when you see teams who obviously, things haven't gone right in previous seasons, but then they get, the reward by sticking with these teams and then, getting a good run of results. And, he's still up there. He's still got a great chance to do well.
The thing I wanted to point out, like... Quiggy just said, like, there's not much to do against him when I play against him. You guys both play lizard teams, and if you have a mirror matchup of lizards, I kind of feel like the whole play gets kind of static, because both teams are trying to kind of protect their skinks with their Sauruses, so the whole gameplay is kind of based around that and being a bit careful with them. So it is getting a bit static then, not as static as dwarves versus dwarves, for example, because that's really extreme. But like it does slow down things, so you will have the feeling that you don't can't do much about your opponent. But that's because you're playing lizards versus lizards in general as well.
Yeah.
Not saying he's a bad or good coach or anything, but like it is a bit implied in the matchup in itself as well. I feel. So yeah, that's something to think about really. On his team, like you said, like he can get some more guard on his or some more dodge on his guard players, and it's gonna look like a really good lizard team, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd also look at sidestep instead of dodge as well. That's pretty cool as well. Bad Dwarfs Reddit. They didn't lose anyone this week, so happy days. And he did get a level up, number 4, Obelix. And instead of going guard, he said, "You know what? I'm fed up of you guys not breaking stuff. I'm going to give him Mighty Blow instead." He's a blitzer as well, so hey, gotta like that.
Why not? He's got enough guard anyway.
It's a strange team. To look at the team, I think they should be doing much more damage than they do. I mean, it must be frustrating for him. But like I said, he got a good win this week. He's handily placed to have a good chance of qualifying for one of the competitions. And I still believe he'll be there or thereabouts by the end of it because his team is just so good. It's nice and solid, as long as his positional is pretty good. The only concern is obviously he's got no bench, and like we've said earlier, if you start losing players, gaps will appear with Dwarfs because they're slow.
I think personally, like the most interesting thing on the whole team is that the runner has strip ball here, which is actually not a bad pick. But I would have gone kickoff return first, you know, this team is so stable and just so busy with getting 2 dice and that kind of thing. Like just make sure you pick up the ball or catch the ball or anything. And
it's a really nice team, isn't it? It's a really, really nice team. I'm really impressed the way he's built this. Like I said, for the future going forward, I have no doubt this team will be successful.
The only thing that will really stop this kind of team is when he runs into heavy clawed chaos or that kind of thing, you know. You know, like Jimmy's team, we've been talking about last season. That was just a ridiculous team that can crush this kind of team. But other than that, he's gonna be fine against Cave and against any of the more edgy based teams, and some of the teams like humans that lack enough guard to really counter this. This is gonna be perfectly fine, you know. So yeah, he's really happy to have this kind of team, and he'll be getting some wins in the rest of the season, I think.
Yeah. Right, now we come up to this lizard team called Quiganus. How are you pronouncing this? I just call it Quiggy. It's a lot easier.
Like iguanas.
Quiganus.
Yeah.
There you go. Quiganus. There you go. So this guy, he got some level ups if I remember correctly. He got 2 of them. I'll just go to my wonderful thing. Number 7, TikTok. He's gone frenzy now. I really like that. Number 10, let's have a look. Littlefoot. Yeah, and again, I don't mind that either, to be fair. I quite like both them selections. So he's gone for catch, so for the handoff. I get that with sidestep. Yep. Use it for the 1-turner as well if you want to have a crack at that. Yeah, I love Frenzy. I really love the Friends on number 7. I cannot tell you how much I love that pick.
Yeah, it's a good pick. Just
scare people, don't they?
I think the great thing with Frenzy is it's a poor man's tackle. So, you know, because you've got strength all the way around, you've got some guard in there, you're not really going to Frenzy trap yourself. And obviously, if you can push a team to the side, strength 4 Frenzy piece, gotta love it. Ironically, it's going to be interesting what you pick next. Maybe Juggernaut could be a good pick next, dare I say, because you've got the Frenzy. I think I would go Juggernaut or Tackle, but probably Juggernaut.
Potentially break Tackle.
That would be glorious as well. Break Tackle would be nice as well. But yeah, I
dodge.
Do like. Yeah, I think I'm going to sound a bit of a hypocrite, but I think I'd go Juggernaut next because you've got the Frenzy already, and there's nothing more annoying than trying to blitz something off the pitch and then you roll both downs.
Can I ask, like, do you read up a lot on Blood Bowl and that kind of thing? Because if you look at this build, like this is a build from a coach like that's been solidly invested in Blood Bowl for years. You know, like this is a normal build for a Lisbon team. You're pretty new to the whole thing. Like 1 year isn't that long. Do you read up a lot on this kind of thing, like how to build this kind of teams and that kind of stuff?
There's a website. I've got a website that helps me out. BB Tactics or whatever it is.
Oh,
yeah,
yes, yeah.
I check BB Tactics as well from time to time. Just
I've read that, and yeah, I mean, I don't like pick the ones it says always pick this one in, but like I've read that and most of the picks make sense. I mean, I got with my Saurus, I've got a lot of doubles. They've all got dodge. And so that's not really a choice. I thought Blodge is amazing. Like I just love Blodge on a Saurus. And then I get annoyed against guard. I hate when other people have guard, so I thought I'd get it myself.
The only thing this is lacking, and I'll tell you now, if you roll a double on your Crocs, get diving tackle.
That was the plan. That is the plan.
You're poisoning him, Bernie.
It's a -3. You get diving tackle, you get stand firm. You hit the corner of a cage, park yourself next to. You then slink in your guards of your strength, and then you like, you know what? Make sure you catch him, push his ball carrier out. -3, mate. -3.
I have been planning on that.
See, I like Quiggy. Quiggy agrees with me. I like Quiggy.
You're absolutely right, Bernie. Quiggy, give him block. Anyway.
No, I'll give him dirty player.
Perfect.
Why not? But yeah, I really like it, and I say Friends is really, really good. But yeah, Diamond Tackle for the win on Thanos, definitely. Where are we on now? So Nuffle Yellow Horns. Now I did say earlier he lost somebody. Number 11, Tynagor, he's dead, Jim. Very dead. But he was a nobody anyways, who cares? Number 2 did level up though, he's gone Dodge on a Case Warrior. And number 3, who got Claw.
Ugh.
So I don't mind Claw. And
I'm trying to think if there was anything else than Dodge that he could have picked up with the Chaos Warrior. Of course Dodge is really solid, but like I don't know, like is there anything else you would pick instead of Dodge?
Sure hands.
Yeah, he already has a sure hands guide. So
Claw. Let's have more Claw. Why not? More Claw.
With the double, you go with the Dodge, wouldn't you?
I don't know. It depends what you want to do with it, I guess. I would have gone with Jump Up.
No, you would have gone with diving. You would have gone with diving tackle.
What, on a Case Warrior? No.
You want everything.
He ain't got but if I go diving tackle, I've got to go preemptive tail afterwards.
He's got tackle already as well, so tackle, diving tackle, then the tail. It would be pretty brutal.
Yeah, so he should have gone diving tackle and then preemptive tail. Absolutely. See, me and Quiggy now.
I mean, I don't mind Dodge, but maybe there was something else that has more perspective on her.
He's got AG3, so like Dodge is alright. He can just suddenly, it's basically like break tackle almost.
Right. Okay. Right, we're going to do one of the things what I've never done before. We're now on to the total original elves. And we've got number 7 missing next game. But I'm going to let you talk to it because I've just been told to go into the kitchen to cook cut a cake.
Okay.
Yes, that's how professional this is.
Is the miss next game the only thing that happened?
Right. I'll let you two talk and I'll be back in a minute.
Well, anyway, if you look at the whole team here, if the MNG is the only thing that happened, like I think it's a really solid team in general. Like so many edgy ups and strengths up there. They did give you a good match. Or they could have given you a big match in the whole thing with the leap in and that kind of thing. I don't know. It's just the only problem here is like there's
missing a lot of players.
Missing a lot of players, not that many players around.
They've got like 2 linemen. They've just not bought any more linemen when they've died, have they?
Yeah, he has 90k on the bank, so maybe you can just add another lineman in.
I can see like some of the logic behind it. Just going like, I'm just going to shove my rookies and not care about them getting battered.
But that's the problem. Like a lot of players of his died, of course. So like the big problem is now if he adds another player, it doesn't add to his 11 player count because they are going to get filled up by loners anyway. So what you usually do is just fill up the bank there and make sure that if you get over bank or anything, fill up the players that way.
Yeah.
Because he has like 8 players. Like it's gonna take a while to get to 11 then. So
he's just paying to not have loner.
Yeah, that's a big problem. So I normally I would be like, okay, I'm gonna bank manage this and I'm just gonna play with these 7 that I have at the moment. and then just buy the things that I can get after I get overbank.
Right.
That's the
What I've done,
important
guys, basically it was my birthday yesterday, so we didn't get around to doing the birthday cake, so they're just doing it now. I just put it down to, yeah, I know, I tell you, even at my age, everybody goes, gotta sing me happy birthday or whatever it is.
So you had to blow out 42
I haven't done it
candles.
yet. I've gone in there, said, right, I'm ready for it, and they said, well, they're not ready yet. So I've just come in to put you on sneaky blinders while I go back out there. So obviously they can see what you're talking about. I tell you, this is how professional we are. We did one quickie. Just to let you know, Polly Shelby, -1 movement, and number 8
dear.
got a level up. So I'll be back in a minute, but he got wrestles. Good choice.
So this is like horrible for the underworld team, isn't it? Like getting a minus movement on a plus movement player is like, well,
Yeah, it's not.
I kind of want to fire it now, and but you kind of got to keep it, don't you, with the plus agility and that kind of thing. So
Well, he's still a very good player.
yeah. So that's the big problem with the
It's
with
just more
having
expensive
that
now,
kind
isn't
of
it?
thing. Yeah, it's getting bloaty then, and I don't know. It's a hard decision to make, but in
I'd
general,
probably
like,
keep him for now and play a bit more risky with him.
yeah, that's something you could do, and make the other guy the main ball carrier, like the other thrower.
Because the other
That's
hand,
an
with
option.
2 heads, so he's dodging out on 2s. He's got dodge, picking up on 2s, re-rolling it. So he's doing a lot of stuff on 2s.
Well, what I'm expecting him doing with this kind of team, like he uses one of the throwers to pick up the ball and pass. That's the 8 movement for agility thrower there, and the other one can act as a receiver normally. Like he has dodge and 2 extra arms, so it makes it the extra arms make it easier to catch the ball, and then just dodge away with the 2 heads, So that's the kind of plan you usually have with the underworld throwers. But yeah, it's for me, it's still like an amazing team, and it kind of surprises me that he's not pulling off any victories here. Oh, he did actually.
He has
Like,
won a game.
Yeah, he has won one game. Like, if you look at his record, like that's the second game he won in the whole Rebbl circuit. So, well done to him on that. But like, I kind of expect him to pull even more wins off with this kind of team. Like, if I was an underworld coach, I would dream to have this kind of team.
Yeah, it's a very nice team. He normally plays quite well, and he streams quite a lot. He's in my clan as well, and he's doing very well in our clan league. But I don't know if Underworld just aren't for him in the league.
Yeah, maybe it's like that. It's a hard team to play again, to play with in general, because like you got to be careful not to lose too much players during the whole thing, because you can just end up being behind all the time, and having nothing to gain back from it, because they're not the most agile team either. So like, yeah, it's tough to play them. And yeah, that's about it. I kind of got to wait until Bernie gets back to switch the screens, of course, because the whole audience is watching the whole thing. So that's kind of the problem.
I've come back
Definitely
and survived. Go on, keep talking now. Just listen.
Have you already played against these guys, Quiggy?
I've played them
no,
last season.
Yeah, once last
I
season.
drew against them last season.
Okay, did they have the whole Mighty Blow claw piling on thing going on already there, or?
I don't think so, because I don't remember it being like a huge thing I was worried about. So either I dealt with it, or the guy might not have been there.
Definitely, like, this is like, if you're facing an underworld team like this is a team you kind of gotta watch out for with the Sauruses and that kind of thing. So
yeah, anyone with claw is just fucking worrying.
Always is though, isn't it, with lizards? It's claws is the bane of lizards, unfortunately. Them or wood elves or anything.
Did they sing the happy birthday song?
They did. Did you not hear it? Did you not hear it? Yeah.
No, we didn't hear it on the background.
Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? Blame my cheap microphone and headphones. I got in there and they weren't even ready, and I'm like, oh great. So I came back, obviously switched it to the others, and then obviously taking time to light all the candles, all 43 of them, takes a long time, obviously, and then I had to blow them all out. So yeah, there you go. You see,
that's good.
It's a typical one of my recap streams, though. If it's not the phone ringing or someone knocking on the door while I'm doing something live, it's getting pulled away for a birthday cake.
Yeah. Just make sure everyone in the league just make sure to send Bernie a happy birthday message and congratulate him with the 43rd birthday.
23rd
if
birthday.
everyone 23rd.
48th birthday.
I don't know.
43rd.
43rd. It's all right. My son.
43rd.
43rd.
Yeah.
My son had this thing when he was younger, when he was like 3 or 4. He'd just go around to random people in the park and say, "My dad's whatever age I was." So I was like, "Yeah, thanks, son." Everyone now knows how old I am.
How old are you, Quiggy, by the way?
I'm 29.
29.
Oh,
okay,
it's not that too bad then. If he'd have said something like 20, I'd have weeped. But 29, we don't mind. He's not too far behind.
I'm 31, so like I'm around.
Oh,
your
I
age,
see. Now you both make
yeah.
him feel a bit better anyway. So you know.
So you're in my generation, not.
Yeah, I'm kind of in your generation.
Yeah. Right then, marginal annoyances. Let's go to them. Oh god. Now they did dodge a bullet because there's one dead and one minus AV, but guess what? There's both learners, so he got away with that. Unfortunately, though, there was no level up, so there's nothing. It's as they was, unfortunately. But their number 1, great name Gonorrhea, he's still 1 point away, and if he can get a double, he'll get Claw. And Craps 2 needs 1 point as well to get Mighty Block.
Yeah, they could easily get a lot of level up next game.
I think he's really happy about this week then, about the whole match, because like if you can get away with getting best your face in and getting a result out of it, and then not having your players hurt, that's perfect, isn't it? Like you're gonna be so happy about that match week.
Yeah, I mean he's got Tick 2, who's 3 points off, so he's a TD away from getting level. I'd be tempted to try and level him up. And like I say, he's got Mango Worm, was a strip ball wrestle piece. So I don't think they're as flashy as the shuffling ones enough. I can't remember what we call them now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's the old age. Every game I'm nuffling them fellas.
Yeah, he's only lost 1 game. It's not bad.
No, he's hard to beat. This guy, he really is hard to beat. And like I said, the loss was against the Owlets as well, so he lost against the top of the table. So there's no disgrace in there.
But the team looks pretty solid. Like if he gets Vessel on the 2-headed guy there, pretty fine there, and he can act as a second stripper. Like just get Vessel, strip ball, and move on from there. And the Stormfirmer can just go piling on or claw, depending on what he gets out of the roll. So it's pretty fine. The build is kind of finalizing around how the Gutters and how the Stormvermin are being built. Yeah. And that's good. It's a good thing.
Right, now we come to the Moist Owlets, the top of the tree, the team what beats everybody apart from Quiggy. Yes, get that in for you. 2 level ups for them though. Interesting, number 4, it was the tree. He got level up and took multiple block. And
what a hero.
Yes, and number 7, Gosven, I want to call him, he took block. So multiple block. Thoughts, guys?
I love it.
Asking for trouble. Asking for
the other team.
for him.
Yeah, he's going to get multiple injuries a turn now. He's going to rock it up.
He's going to have multiple chances to get 1 in 9th.
Yeah.
And having a loner tree.
Oh, of course, he's got a loner tree.
Yeah. That's going to be quite dangerous. So, I'm playing halflings as well a little bit. Like I do play them as well, and I do get multi-block on them. But that's because they don't have loner, and you can actually reroll the whole thing. I don't know. I think it's quite dangerous to do it. It makes it scary. It can really pay off, of course, but again,
because in a way you could use it to be like a scare piece and be like before, where they might put multiple people on the tree to try and knock it down. Now if they do that, you punish them by hitting multiple people.
Yeah,
and it makes sense with having grab as well, of course. Like you can also keep them around your multiple block,
Yeah,
like
what's good. Yeah, I don't mind it. I would prefer if you had a jump up pylon tree. That'd be hilarious. Or a diving tackle tree, so it does a diving tackle and never gets up for the rest of the game. That'd be.
I always had this discussion with someone because I play halflings in this other league. It's the only other team other than the lizards I play, and I always I was getting diving tackle on my tree. And they were saying it was an awful idea. And I thought it was an amazing idea.
Fun. It's fun though, isn't it? Can you imagine the animation for it? It'd be amazing.
Just imagine, it's like, oh, he's rooted. Well, get away from me then. All right, diving tackle. I'd do it, even if it wouldn't stop the dodge.
Exactly. Just for the fun purposes.
But to defend the multiple block pick a little bit as well. Like, what else can he pick? Like, there's not much options to pick, right? So.
Yeah. I think it's a decent pick. I think it's a decent pick. I certainly don't not dislike it.
But it is something he has to be careful about using. It's like
Yeah.
it's like alcohol or drugs. Like you can really get addicted to using multiple block, but it can really mess you up really good as well. So like
The thing I would say though is usually with trees you do them later on because you usually your most important moves are done first with obviously your war dances and all the speed. You do all that and then near the end throw a couple of casual mighty blow blocks and see what you can do. I like I say I think it's an alright pickup. I'm sure you'd have loved a double, so you could get something like on a block or even a movement would have helped, wouldn't it? An extra point of movement so he could just get himself up. But it hasn't happened for him. But and obviously the catcher getting block for blodge, yeah, don't mind that. I'd like to see him to get a catcher and give him wrestle donors or something like that. I think that would be quite nice. Or just something different. And a catcher who can get the ball loose instead of relying on the two war dancers all the time. But he's impressed me. Like I said, he's done well. It's a good record, 4 wins and a draw, no losses is a brilliant record, and he's done well. And I think, like I said at the beginning on the preview, I think he'll be there or thereabouts, and it's going to take some good coaches to beat him.
Yeah, I think he'll end second.
Yeah, who to? I wonder. Safi?
Oh, yes.
Safi?
No. He'll end third. He's second on the lizard scale.
I don't know. I'm sure could have sworn someone said they were the best lizard team. Them sci-fi guys.
Oh, have they not lost a game yet?
I don't know. I can't remember. I'm too old.
I know
now.
one of the lizard team hasn't lost a game, but I can't remember which.
I don't know. I had the coach is very young though. He's only 29, but apart from that, I don't know. Everyone's young to me though, unfortunately. Thank you, parents. Then, accident.
Yeah.
As you picked out, he's had a rough time of it at the moment. He's yet to win. I love some of his names. Timber, Bendover. God, I love that. Mr. Love. Oh God, I love that. Mr. Love. And Diana D-Bag. God, I love it. It's a decent team. He just hasn't been able to get the win. Did he have any level ups or anything? I don't think he did. To be
He's
fair.
got an injury at the bottom.
Yeah, timbered. And that's a -1 movement.
Well,
I'm assuming that guy's being fired because it's another Timber.
he won't be missing him because it's an assassin, so that's kind of fine. Yeah. Other than that, it's looking like a fine team,
Yeah.
So
The assassin's MNG. So why the hell did I put? Oh, it was a -1 movement learner he lost. So he lost a learner as well, but that didn't matter. That was a -1, so all good there. Yeah, it's frustrating for him, isn't it? It's frustrating. He's still trying to get a win, but
Yeah. Same situation with the other team we discussed. He's kind of low on elf, so he's just trying to get overbank and buy his players into it until he gets to a point where he can get over 11 players, and then he can just spend the bank on that. So that's his game plan, I guess. There's not much to say about it really. Like he's got a lot of tackles, so I think a lot of Dutch coaches or a lot of people that rely on Dutch will be really worried about facing him.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah. But I hope he gets a win soon. I really do. I hate it when we have teams with no wins. I'm sure he will. Bone Fighter Boo, well, they had a bad day at the office. I mean, there's bad days and then there's bad days.
Oh, wow.
Zangief and Sagat, 2 of their ogres, both missing next game.
That's their best 2 ogres.
Number 7, Ken, -1 agility. He's a data player, but I don't think about too much about that guy. But number 10, leveled up, Yun, and he took diving tackle, so that's the Nobbler. Yeah, I mean, they have got Hugo back. That's a big boost. But they have lost 2 ogres.
JP Casey really did some work on him, didn't he?
He did, yeah. He did. So yeah, I don't mind the diving tackle on the Nobbler, but yeah, that's a bad day at the office, isn't it? I mean, at least they're only missing next game, so at least it's nothing horrendously bad. But yeah, it's very surprising to see the Dark Elves did a number on the ogres, but not the Nobblers. But it's funny how Blood Bowl works some days. But I mean, it's still an alright team. It'd be interesting who plays this week, but
it's gonna be hard to win the next one, definitely. Like having only like 3-4 ogres on the field. it's not going to be an easy game. I don't know if he plays something with a lot of team value difference.
He's
Knuffles, Yellow Horns.
Yeah, he's playing against the Chaos this week, so that's what he wants to see, some claw.
yeah, they do have some
400 difference.
So he can actually induce another ogre if he wants to, like something like that.
That Bertha, who's supposed to be a female ogre in real life, but decides to dress up as a man on BB2. He's obviously a guy who could get. I mean, is he break, tackle, dodge as well?
Yeah, break, tackle, and dodge.
Might be a good shout, to be fair. But yeah, not much to say about these guys apart from it's going to be tough next week. But hey, it could be worse. He could be playing Iron Madden. Them guys,
Ugh.
they are scary. They are crazy.
Yeah.
And guess what? They're missing nobody. They lost nobody. I'm sure Quiggy will be happy to hear that. And number 13 got a level up. And he got movement. Interesting choice. Maybe
I'm fine with that. That can't kill any more of my players.
Shouldn't have said that. Let's write down number 13. See how many kills. You just know that's going to happen now.
You'll be pretty happy to induce an extra Apple against him, I reckon. Right?
Bribe. An extra bribe.
Yes.
An extra bribe. You're going to go for the bribe.
Yeah, why not? Kill as many as you can. I like this.
I could just foul every claw dude.
Yeah. You're a hero, man.
If you listen to this game, I'm joking. Be nice. I'm not really going to do that, but I am going to do that.
See, I like Quigley. We're going to have Quig on again. I like him. I like his style. And plus he doesn't like rats, and he thinks Diamond Tag Crocs is awesome. So
like that AV8 Chaos Warrior. He's target number 1.
Yeah, he's going down.
Then just Beastman. Tackle Beastman, because I'd probably just tag them all with skinks and be like, "Yep, bye."
I think the safest thing to do is stamp on them all. Only way to be sure.
You can only foul once a turn now.
Yeah, well, 16 turns,
16 players, I guess. Yeah.
The only thing I really still got on this team is like it's really lacking a ball carrier.
And I think that guy with the movement is going to be the ball carrier. I think he's going to say, right, you know what? He's got the movement. Right, he's going to be my ball carrier. Let's level him up.
I think that's why they've not been winning more games. Is they've been battering people.
Just want to kill stuff.
While losing touchdowns. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That's what I'll be thinking. Is can a skink score while he murders everyone?
Yeah. And
it's going to be a big game anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. We'll see who we pick at the end. Conker's Revenge. Well, they suffered 7 badly hurts, and Conker the Redeemed is missing next game. He's a bull centaur, and he didn't get any levels either.
He's their star player. He's what their team's named after. That's going to be demoralising.
Yeah, so the Iron Madden lost, but guess what? They took him out. So I don't know. It's a good team. And they've got enough tools. They've got a decent amount of block. They've got the claw for like the lizards and stuff like that, so that'll help. He's got a nice ball carrying Lomower. He's been doing a good job for him. He's got a dare player. I like this team.
I just want to talk about his like naming of his players.
Mm-hmm.
So like the one he's called Stop Fouling doesn't have dirty player. The one that says Shadowing has got dirty player.
Yeah.
Like the guard Stand Firm is the only one without Stand Firm. The Mighty Blow is the only one without Mighty Blow. Is this on purpose, or is he just not actually been paying attention?
I don't know. He'll have to let us know. But I tell you one thing, Preacher David has been doing really well. He's been their big player. He's like the postman. He always delivers. He has been really, really good. So Preacher David's there. I get Conker. He's a good player, and he's obviously named after that. But I think the guy what keeps these going is number 3. Get rid of number 3, and see if they can play without him. But yeah, very big win for them. Huge win. And finally, the Tabard Tellers, who really did give a bit of a beating to some ogres. The question is, did they get any levels? Well, they only got 3 level ups. Only the 3. Number 2, the Prioress, got Sidestep. Number 5, the Knight, got Tackle. And number 6, the Cook, got a Sidestep as well. So, they lost. Number 8 got a -1 move on the Kicker. The Pardoner, he got a -1. That was the only negative.
That's not terrible.
It's not. But if he paid attention to the marginal annoyances, he should know to have 2 kickers. So if one goes down, he's got the other one. Isn't that right, Hunter?
Who's he going to foul with now?
Oh man,
I don't know.
I'm getting speechless every time I think about that kind of thing. Like
I think it's a shrewd move. It's proven. But again, I mean, like I said, the Tabatellas are really, really there. We know the coach is good. They're a danger to everybody. And it was a good week at the office for him. He really did take them apart, and he got a lot of XP as well. The thing is, can he win again this week? He plays Sci-Fi Sorai, that other lizard team. So that should be a good one. So, hey-ho.
That should be a matchup that actually helps Quiggy a little bit well, because
Oh, right, okay.
those two are really high up, aren't they? Like Sci-Fi
Yeah.
are pretty high up, and this team is pretty high up as well. So
Yeah, they're 4th and 5th.
yeah. So like, depending on what they do, if they draw, you're immediately away from them, you know. So
Yeah, true.
yeah, you kind of gotta hope for a draw with them, and hope Moist loses, and then you're top of the league, you know.
Well, yeah, I just need Moist to lose before I have a chance of being top, so I can screenshot it and send it to all my friends.
Sounds
just
like a
brag
plan.
about it.
Absolutely. That's
Then later they ask where I am now. I'll be like, what league? But they don't
Yeah,
talk about.
don't know about.
Well, but you already got something better to brag about. You're on the Bernie and Crystal Hunter show, so like that's something to brag about.
It's
you know?
true.
That's very true. Yes. I'm just looking at everything here while I'm listening to you do. Right. So here we go then. Thank God it's not just me tipping this week. So we're gonna let Quiggy have a go, and obviously we got Hunter as well. So Hunter will try and make me look good by hopefully picking wrong, and then Quiggy will probably just show us both up. So the first game, every game I'm nuffling versus Marginal Annoyance. There's 180 points of inducements for Marginal Annoyance. Quiggy, who wins, or is it a draw? And what score?
Annoyance.
Ooh, very quick. Annoyance.
Underdogs gave them dominance.
I gotta agree with Quiggy here. Like the way Annoyances have played while they've been behind, while they've been getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
It really impressed me, and I haven't seen the games from what I've seen from D-Storter, and every game I'm muffling, I haven't seen those strong kind of plays that Marginal Annoyances brought to the table. So like,
yeah,
I'm gonna root for them.
This is a really tough one for me because I think every game I'm nuffling has got the better team, but the Marginal Annoyances have put in the best performances. Oh, balls. I can't go against them. Do you know what? I know what I'm going to do. It's going to be a draw. Because
draw?
It's the Annoyances are playing. The Annoyances, that's all they do is draw. So 1-1, 2-2. I don't know. I'm going to go 1-1.
This is when they do it. Assert dominance.
It's Skaven, so it could become a 5-5 draw.
Well, I hope it is. It'd be fantastic. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, the Nuffling team got 2 1-turners. They got Mighty Plo, Piling on Claw, Fairbairn. But the thing what might swing it for the Annoyances is they may get a Wizard. And that could be, I don't know. I think it's going to be a close game. I mean, probably if I had to pick a winner, I'd go with Marginal Annoyances. But because they do draw a lot, I'll go with a draw. Something different to you two guys. So there you go. Right, Sci-Fi Sorai against Tabatellas. Now, Tabatellas will get 40 inducements, so they could add maybe an extra 10 to get a baby if they want. Quiggy?
I'm going to have to go with the Sci-Fi. Juggernaut's too strong.
Yep, Sci-Fi Juggernaut's too strong. Fair enough. Hunter?
I'm thinking about a draw here. Like, Tabatellas are pretty good, and Sci-Fi Sorai as well. Yeah, definitely looking like a draw.
Draw. So we've got 1 vote for Sci-Fi. We've got a draw. And I'm going to go for the Tellers. The Tabatellas, I'm really impressed what they did against the Ogres. They ripped them a new one. And I'm buying into the Tabards. And I think they'll get it done. I hope he spends the extra 10 to get a babe. I think that'll help. But they've got 4 tackles for the Skinks. They've got 2 Mighty Blow, but neither of them have got tackle. I mean, the kicker's out, but I don't think that's too thingy. And obviously for Sci-Fi, the 110 is missing as well. So that's a bit of a worry. So I'm going to go with Tabards there. So I'm sure Sci-Fi will be delighted that I've cast him. Next one's a bit of a tricky one. Bad Dwarfs of Reddit against Conquer's Revenge. There's only 10 TV difference.
Conquers, I'm going for.
I'm agreeing with Quiggy. Yeah.
I don't know. You both think
they've got a slightly better record and they've got the better team against them.
They've got Claw.
Yeah,
they've got Claw. But they've only got one bull. They've only got one bull, haven't they?
Doesn't matter. There'll be no dwarves at the end to stop them.
It's gonna be tough for the dwarves. Like they can squeeze a win out of it, but they really have to break some armor 9. That's the thing really. But I think I'm gonna go for Conker.
Yeah,
Like Quiggy said.
he's got the agility 4 hopper and he's got Proof with David. Proof with David's one of my most favourite models or pieces in this league, and he just seems to get it done. The problem with the Bad Dwarf Thread at the moment is they're just not hitting enough. And for that reason, I'm going to agree with you two. I'm going to go with the Conkers. Until the Bad Dwarfs start breaking stuff, I'll go with the Conkers as well. So, oh, bloody hell, all three of us are green. So you definitely know the Bad Dwarf's going to win. Right then, the Quiggies, and they have 120k as well, so possibly maybe I don't know, Brab, 2 Babes, maybe he's got enough cash for a Wizard, or he can go for the Abo. Against the lovable Iron Madden. Quiggy, I'm presuming you're going for yourself.
Damn right.
Damn right, we like that. Hunter, who are you going for?
I think Quiggy is an awesome coach. But
there's a but in there.
This is gonna be a really tough game, isn't it?
Buttering me up.
He's not fooling any of us. We all know, yeah.
Like it just all depends on armor breaks really, and if Iron Man breaks enough armor, he's gonna win that game. Maybe you'll get the draw out of it. I think I'll give you a draw.
Oh, that's nice of you. Give him a draw, bless you. You've gone soft in your old age. Guaranteed, if you want on the show, it'll back the Iron Man.
Yeah.
I think, sadly, this is the week Quiggy loses his undefeated record.
Phew, I'm glad you said that.
I know. I couldn't tip you. I couldn't, because I'm not daft. Because if I tip you and you lose, I get blamed for this. I'm learning the hard way. I'm going to say what I said last week, but went really well for the Iron Madden. I think Iron Madden will just rip the lizards apart. They'll break them in half and eat them, and have some nice tasty snack. I think Thanos will disappear after one game, sadly. And it's going to be next week. Me and Hunter are going to be having a chat off air saying, "Thank fuck we got Quiggy on the week before, man. If we had him this week, man, he'd have been in pieces." Like his team. Boom, boom.
I gotta say I do give him the draw because I am impressed with what he did this week. So if he can continue that on, I think it actually can become a draw. I'm serious about it. It
is, yeah. He's got a chance, and he's in good form. I mean, that is the thing. Yeah. It'll all go down to, like you said, armor breaks. The amount of times I see kill teams not breaking, if they don't break the armor, there's an issue. And the other thing as well is Iron Madden don't have a ball carrier.
I think that's what it's going to come down to. He'll kill me. He'll back my team, but my skinks might just score 3 goals while he's doing it, and then
I think that could probably happen. But
could be possible.
I didn't want to tip you because you're undefeated. If I tip you and you lose, I'll feel really bad. Yeah. But no, I think I'll get murdered. So there we go.
And lose a game of Blood Bowl.
There you go. But that's what you want though, Quiggy. You want me to say you're going to lose, then you'll win.
I do.
He's a clever guy, Quiggy. He knows.
It's so nice to be on the show, isn't it? Like Bernie saying, "Oh, you're going to get murdered."
I'm not going to be a faker like you. Oh yeah, you'll get a draw only because you're on the show and I don't want to hurt your feelings. Yeah, I'm going to tell it as it is. You know, I think to be fair to Quiggy, he'd have been devastated if I'd have said, "Oh yeah, Quiggy, I think he'll win this week." So he knows. He knows. I mean, like I said, 11 skinks for next week. He'll be pretty good afterwards. He'll be.
I mean, I've proved wrong twice, so let's do 3 in a trial. It's fine.
Might as well. You might as well. I mean, I hope you do well. I mean, I am on the lizard train this time around, but I've got to keep it real. And I look at that team and think if he has a going day. Oh, God, I just don't want to think about it. I'm still hurt. of losing the enormous crocodile.
I know.
It's devastating, to be fair. I can't. I mean, Thanos, he can go and fuck himself. He can die. I don't care about him. I have no love in him.
I was almost going to name him the ginormous alligator. But I don't know. I think it would have been pushing it too much to be similar.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been natural.
What would you have called the Crocs Hunter? What would you have called it?
I'm not a big fan of lizard kind of things anyway. So sorry, give me a moment.
Bloody hell! I think we killed him. Asking him. I mean, I think he's gonna drop dead. Drop dead Fred. That's what we'll call the Crocs. Drop dead Fred. Right.
Oh,
so
dear.
I I am a league player just like you are, so I would have moved the Renekton name to the Proxigor player actually.
Oh, the
Because-
Renekton, yeah, the League of Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have done, I suppose. I don't know what I'd have called it. I'm still so sad. I would have called it Thanos,
know.
though. That's asking for trouble.
It's, to be honest, I bought him just after I watched Endgame, and I was like, yeah,
That's cool.
it's a
That's
good
cool.
name. He's big and purplish.
Yeah, and like you say, if he makes half the other team disappear, he'll be the best signing ever. So there we go. Right, Knuffles Yellowhorns versus Bonefighter Boo. Quiggy, who wins this one?
Nuffles.
Yeah, Knuffles with the
Got it.
claw.
Gotta agree with Quiggy again.
Claw, and he's missing ogres. He's missing his
Yeah.
best 2 ogres.
He is. Better Big Fist might come on and slap them all though. You know what? I can't stop though. The problem with Knuffle Yellows, they have a very Jekyll and Hyde team. It depends which one turns up, but they do have 3 guard. They've got 6 might blow. They've only got 1 tackle though. That's a bit of an issue. But I agree with you too. I think the win is with the Hornsy, and I think Bonfire Boo will be crying in his ogre soup. I don't know what else to say. That sounds good. So yeah, all 3 of us go for that. Total Original Elves versus... one thing though, I forgot to say. I got sidetracked there with Thanos. Blame him. 400 inducements for Bonefighter Boo, so...
There's a lot. If he's got some cash, he could get a Morgan there, or like you said, Bertha's a good shout.
I think Bertha. Get Bertha. And then if you lose, blame Quiggy.
Bertha
Right.
and a bribe, and then
Yeah.
just stamp on some Nuffles.
Yeah, absolutely. Total Original Elves versus Thank You Parents. Thank You Parents, can they get the first win this week? They have 80 in inducements as well. Quiggy, are you going to give them some hope? Or are you going to rip this
No.
out? No.
Original Elves, I'm going for.
Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think it's like if I look at the performance this week, I think it's gonna be a draw.
Ooh, a draw. Oh god, this is depressing.
I think just the Agi Elves on Total Original Elves are just so annoying.
Yeah, but they gotta be sharp enough to actually capitalize on it, and if they can't do it at versus you, be sharp enough to make the risks they need to make the plays, so to speak.
Nothing focuses like losing.
Yeah.
And what is that? His first
First loss.
loss, so he's going to
Yeah,
be pissed.
maybe.
Yeah.
I'll keep it at a draw, but maybe Bernie thinks differently about it.
I think, I'm gonna feel. I'm feeling in a generous mood. I'm gonna go with the Thank You Parents. I think, your parents love you. They didn't mean what they said. And
A draw though, because no,
no,
Total Original Elves have got many draws.
I'm
Dark Elves.
going the full shebang. Thank You Parents. His 2 Mighty Blow tacklers are gonna rip through this team. They're gonna rip them through, and they're gonna look just as bad of a heaped mess than Quiggy's team. That's
So
how
you
bad
think-
it's gonna be. It's gonna be
So you
pitch
think an accident is gonna happen and they're gonna trip?
It's a good
uh,
accident though.
Bill does.
It's gonna be
on
good.
the
accident.
the granite pitch.
Yeah, you see, it could do. He's gonna pitch clear him, or close to pitch clearing him, and there you go. That's my prediction. It's probably completely wrong, but it sounded good. I'll give some love to the Dark Elves. They'll get that win. And finally, look at this one. This is a fun one. I wonder what you all picking here. The Sneaky Blinders versus Moist Owlets. Quiggy.
I've got to pick my boy Sneaky Blinders.
Yeah. Any reason for that? Because you want the Wood Elves to lose.
Because I want no one else to lose.
Yeah, tell you what, I should have been a fortune teller. Going back to sanity, Hunter.
Well, he's got 7 more weeks to lose, Quiggy. Like there are 7 more matches.
Yeah.
I think like if you look at Sneaky Blinders, like they do have the team to rip this kind of teams apart, but it's been coming from them from only 1 match so far. So
Yeah.
I do hope Sneaky Blinders win sometime, some more games. But like Moist has been solid, so
Yeah.
I gotta give it to more solids.
It's going to be very tough, I think, for Sneaky to do well here, but
Yeah.
hope he pulls it out.
Well, I'm gonna give my triple B banking. That means the tip what never loses ever. If you forget the other few what I tipped, they're the best bet. Best bet of the round. There's no way the Wood Elves lose this.
Yeah.
3-0, 4-0, 7-0, 10-0, whatever you want. My challenge is I want 5 touchdowns from you this week, Moist. 5. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. No excuses you threw a game away. I want 5 touchdowns.
You can only come on the show if you have 5 touchdowns this
5. That's what we have. 5 touchdowns for the Owlets. None of this stalling crap. Get it done. And make people believe in my tip again. 5-0. If you get 6, I'll let you off for 6, but I want at least 5 TDs. And that will demoralise Quiggy, whose team will be in hospital. So, it's important that you win by 5. It's the rule of 5.
From the sounds of it, I'll be in hospital after that game. The way you think it's gonna go?
Mate, I'm trying to make it as bad as it sounds, so you come through it perfectly and you win. But you never know. I don't know what sort of case is gonna work. But there we go. We're all done. Thank you very much, Quiggy. You've been an absolute superstar. We'll have to have you on again. A lot of fun. So thank you very much, and honestly, really good luck with your game this week. Hope you do well.
Absolutely.
We'll be cheering for you. So
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for having me on.
Not a problem, Hunter. As always, a pleasure, sir. As always.
Definitely. I missed you.
You liar. You've been camping it for 2 weeks and playing Blood Bowl, and then everybody's thinking what you've done to poor Hunter. Terrible.
Yeah, I had a shitty network there, so I couldn't really.
Yeah, shitty network. Yeah.
Then the only thing you can do is play a bit of Blood Bowl on the shitty network. So
Yeah.
It is what it is. Can't help it.
Where was you when Enormous Crocodile died? Where was you when I needed you in my moment of need? That's
In mourning.
Yeah, camping it out. That's what he was doing. With some tree-hugging trees with multiple blocks.
With the enemy. The Wood Elves.
He was, wasn't he? He has no shame. But anyway, we are done. We've only done about 3. I don't even dare how much we've had a look. But, it's been great. I've been pulled away to do a cake. Hey, professional as always. But luckily, we've had 2 great guys on. It's really good when guys from the league come on. So if anybody else isn't scared to come on, please do. You don't have to have your match highlighted. It's just that, Quiggy is a bit sadistic like that. He loves being told he's a bad boy.
I'm putting out my my call out to Sci-Fi Saurai to come and defend his honour.
Yeah, because apparently you suck. He's better. So, just saying. So yeah, I almost admit before I go, I do like the rivalry between these two as a coach, because like I said, I'd noticed that you've both been fighting against each other from quite far back. And it must be some bragging rights. You obviously both drew 0-0. So we
drew in the last season as well.
Yeah, so it's about so basically the bragging rights is whoever finishes higher between you two, doesn't it?
I think he finished higher than me in the last season.
Oh well.
There was like 4 lizard teams or something. We were like all fighting over it.
Okay, so maybe the quick strike back this season then. I don't know. Best I could do. Anyway, that's us done. Thanks again, as always, and we'll see you next week. And like I say, if you want to come on the show, just Discord me. It's an exciting name, Discord Benny, and I'll get you on the show. And Katula, you said you want to come on. Obviously, answer the call, and we will get you on. So there you go. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
See ya.